It's the Gold and Diamond Source, where Tampa gets engaged.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the hook.
It's In Your Face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
He brought a thermos into the jail. That's right. He put it up the exit ramp.
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.
We're here in the arena for the first time in months. I feel like we were at the last home playoff game.
We were.
But it's just a faded memory because it ended in defeat. But alas, hope springs anew, and Drew Garabo Live is here at the bench. The first time I've referred to it as anything other than the arena. I was waiting to call it by its official name until we were actually inside the Benchmark International Arena. And indeed, we are ready for Lightning hockey. It's great to see you. Maurice is here. I'm here. We have a rotating cavalcade of guests that will come our way shortly, from former players to current broadcasters, maybe even a few surprises, and possibly free food and the promise of a cup of coffee. What a moment. Maurice, do you think that it benefits the Tampa Bay Lightning to have the Bucks red hot right now? Or do you feel like that has taken some of the shine away from this season opener at home tonight against Ottawa?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I think a championship mentality is a very, very contagious thing. So you and you probably want to get in on the ground floor.
Okay.
So I would say the Lightning benefit.
Yeah, me too. The Bucks are playing great football. Baker Mayfield is the darling of the national media right now. So I think that puts the focus on Tampa as a sports town right now.
Correct.
And, the hockey season is a long and grinding one. The NFL, 18 weeks and you're done. And then it's a long, 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 arduous wait until the off season. Hockey, you go into the playoffs, you go deep into the playoffs, and it's like you're playing an entire second season.
Correct.
These guys, I believe, losing in the first round last year and the year before that, we've gotten extra rest from those Bolts Cups runs that we saw 4 and 5 years ago. So we're looking to see the chemistry continue. We talked with Lightning journalist Gabby Shirley earlier, who couldn't stop glowing about the chemistry on this team.
Oh, nice.
And I'm really, really anxious to see what we see on the ice tonight, and especially in the playoffs as we face our hated in-state rivals. the Florida Panthers.
Should we hate them or should we embrace them?
No, we should absolutely hate them.
Okay.
It has gotten ugly, ugly in the preseason, dating back to last season in the playoffs when Brandon Hagel was the recipient of a somewhat cheap shot.
Oh yeah,
he was concussed, and he held on to that, and sure enough. First time the Panthers and Bolts face off in the preseason. And I want to ask Brandon Coburn about this in about a half hour when he sits down with us. Is if there is a gentleman's agreement in preseason hockey not to get too physical with each other, because like nobody wants to injure a dude in preseason. You hate to see about a player blowing out an ACL or an MCL and missing the entire season because of something that happened when the games don't even, quote, count.
Also, I would think, yes, riding along with that you'd want to save that for prime time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
prime time.
Yeah,
baby.
Absolutely.
Like Crunch Fitness.
Yeah.
If you would like to join us by phone, we are equipped to do that. Isaiah is perfectly adept at handling your phone calls and then sending them down the line to us. You simply need dial 800-771-1025. The YouTube channel is still up. I apologize. You'll be just looking at a blank screen that says 1025 The Bone.
Man, I'm looking the best I've looked all season.
Same, Maurice. Same. They don't get to see my brand new Lightning hat that I bought today. I couldn't wait. I was like, man, to start this new season, I need a new Lightning lid. And they've got some great looking merch down in the team shop. I've noticed a shift towards self-service kiosks, both here on the concourse level with food and downstairs in the team shop. They've gone away from clerks that will actually ring you up, and they have self-service kiosks down there. Otherwise, same arena, new name, great product on the floor. The Lightning, an elite franchise. And if you've never been to a game, find a game this year and come on out. I know we're going to have a crap ton of tickets to give away on our radio station and radio show. And we'd love to hook you up with a pair, especially if you've never been before.
Absolutely.
We are back at home on Saturday night. That's going to be a hot ticket, as is tonight. They have the blue carpet out front just now. And literally thousands of fans packing Ford Thunder Alley to greet the players as they show up. It is just so cool how Tampa has transformed into a hockey town.
I would say, too, backing up to what you said, if you've not been down, if you've not seen, 3 cups, right?
Yep.
3 cups. We are the flagship station for hockey.
Yep.
If you are listening to us and you are a Florida, Tampa Bay area resident, why the hell would you not have seen a game at this point?
It's a great question. Tickets can be quite affordable, and they're free if you listen to our radio station.
Right.
We're happy to hook you up with them, from Mike Calton in the morning to Johnny B to JP to sending to us. We're happy to drop a pair on you when we got them.
They don't give Johnny B tickets.
Oh, sorry, Johnny. I was talking to a buddy of mine who lives out in Claremont, and he texted, asked if I was going to Saturday night's game, and I said I hadn't planned on it. And he said his wife was given a pair of tickets and that he'd never been to a Lightning game before, and he's a sports fan. And I told him what I'll share now, which is that I grew up with an unnatural disdain for hockey. I have no idea why. I was born in New York. I was raised in Framingham, Mass. Everybody played ice hockey that I grew up with.
A lot of hockey there.
Yeah, it just never resonated with me for some reason. I don't know why, but it never really sunk in. I was a big NBA guy, still am. But in 2011, when I moved over here, Steve Griggs, current Lightning president, then the COO, dropped a pair of tickets on me and said, hey, I think I have your new favorite sport. And I'll be danged if they're not still playing in the same arena.
Yeah.
And absolutely putting a phenomenal product on the floor. It is a great, great time always at the Bolts game. And let's talk to Mark, who I understand is on the line right now. Mark, welcome to Drew Garabo Live.
Hey,
we are at the bench.
Hey, I love it, man. The new name. I'm going to tell you what, I want to follow up with what you said, Drew. I think you're absolutely right. The Bucks playing well, I think, helps the Lightning, because if they're playing poorly, the only thing we have to look forward to is Lightning hockey. I think it puts too much pressure on a team to come out and have to win to lift the spirits of the state, of the city. And this city right now is pumping. I mean, it is pumping adrenaline. and energy, man. It's fantastic. And I'm not even from here, and I love the way it feels.
Thank you. I could barely hear the caller. That's thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And you're exactly right. If say the Bucks come out and they crap the bed for the first 4 or 5 games and they're 1-4 or 0-5, then you go, oh man, can't wait for Lightning season. I will tell you, the off season for football and Lightning hockey seems extra long, and maybe it's the Hard Rock app that we grow accustomed to placing some wagers with. But
Indeed. Man,
what a long, slow, painful offseason it has been. And tonight it all gets back going again. And, we are blessed and cursed because of our success in past seasons. Getting a first-round exit last year against the Panthers, okay, we lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, so we can hang our hat on that, I guess. But, this is not a team that is built to just go to the first round of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. This is a team that should be competing for a Stanley Cup every single season.
Right.
So when you fall short of that, I imagine nobody's happy, from Jeff Vinnick to Steve Griggs to John Cooper to Kucherov, nobody. So it's going to be very interesting to see the intensity with which these guys hit the ice.
You know exponentially more about the game of hockey than me, about sports more than me. Is it happenstance that we're matched up with the Florida team and or the winning team, or is that was that purposely drawn?
No, it's not. It's not purposely. If we had played better in the regular season, we would have been ranked higher. Therefore, we would have played the higher-ranked Florida Panthers later in the playoffs. But because we had a couple of streaks where we did not play very well, and our record indicated that, we ended up with a terrible first-round matchup.
So there's more of a system than just somebody going, they would look good.
Oh, yeah.
Them.
No, it's all about seedings.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we just ended up with the luck of the draw playing the Panthers, I think.
Yeah, but you know what? Get it out of the way.
Well,
and if we crush them, I mean, how good do we look?
You're right. And the last Stanley Cup that we won, if I'm not mistaken, we faced some really tough opponents in the first 3 rounds. I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong, just going by memory, we played Toronto, the Panthers, and the Rangers on our way to the Stanley Cup Finals. And those were 3 incredibly tough. One of the best, most enjoyable games I've ever seen was the Lightning and the Rangers in Game 7 in New York. And gosh darn it, look at this guy right here. Oh man, what a moment! This guy's looking phenomenal already. Put her there,
buddy?
Man. It's our hockey dude.
It's the hockey dude,
Dave
Randorf.
Randorf.
Kick off the season.
Man, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Drew. How you doing, pal?
Good. Happy New Year.
Long time no see.
It has been a while.
Feels like it.
I hope your golf game was good in the summer. I hope you've seen some rock shows that we share interests in.
I did. My golf game is terrible. How was yours?
Mediocre. At
Yeah,
best.
same.
Yes.
You been playing though?
Not enough.
Me either.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
So it's I found it too hot this past summer to get out and play.
It's unbearable.
Yeah.
Even if you get out at 7 a.m, by 8 o'clock, you're dripping.
By the 15th tee, I'm going, I don't think I'm going to make it.
No, and you get to be our age, and that becomes a realistic possibility. The buzzer starts circling. You go, not yet, guys. Sorry. What concerts have you seen this summer?
How about Everclear last night?
Oh, you did?
Everclear and Local H.
Oh, down for the floor.
Sponge,
Two-man outfit, right?
Sponge. We got there. We didn't see Sponge.
Oh, okay.
We missed Sponge, but I'll tell you what. The surprise of the night was Local H, man.
Really?
2 guys make a hell of a racket, like an awesome racket.
Yeah.
Right.
Like real rock and roll.
Nice.
It was great. It was over at the Capitol in Clearwater.
Oh, what a venue.
Yeah, it was. So that was cool. What else have we seen recently?
By the way, Bill Heimer Capitol Theater showing Caddyshack this Saturday night. Tickets
Really?
are only $5. Yeah, they do a movie series every once in a while.
I didn't know that.
Caddyshack Friday
There's
night.
a place near where I live in Safety Harbor that does that too, called
Giggle Waters. Come on. Don't talk to me about Richie and Rachel. Those are my homies right there.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Love them.
So you all set for the season, buddy?
I think so, yes. I am anxious to see what goes on this season on the ice. We were just talking about how this team is built not to lose in the first round of the playoffs. And Maurice asked a great question, which is, how did we end up facing the eventual Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers in the first round? And I told him, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, we had a couple of stumbling streaks this season. We did not play to our potential, and therefore, because of playoff seeding, we ended up with a ridiculously tough first-round matchup in those hated Florida Panthers.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, sure, it all lined up that way.
Right.
But to be honest with you, Drew, I'm going to, I don't want to offend you here, but I'm going to disagree with you slightly. From the end of January to the end of the season, they were one of the, I want to say, the third best record in the NHL.
Okay.
So the Lightning took care of their own. They finished ahead of the Panthers. The seeding is what the seeding is when you get to the playoffs in the Stanley Cup, and the way it is set up, where the number one seed gets the wild card. In some cases, that wild card spot down in the 7 and 8 spot, those are tough teams too.
Yeah,
there's 32 teams now, guys, and it's not like it used to be when there's like 21 teams and 16 made the playoffs, and everybody's good now.
Yep.
So even if you are the number 8 seed and a wild card sneaking in, you got to be careful because so I don't read too much into that.
Gotcha.
Listen, the Florida Panthers, they were, not only did they handle the Lightning, they handled two other good teams too, the Carolina Hurricanes and the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then ultimately the Edmonton Oilers again in the second straight year. So full value to them, but I definitely feel as though the Lightning are poised to not only have another good regular season, which they did. It was a very good an excellent regular season for them, but they know that bowing out in the first round is not up to the standard around here.
Right.
That it doesn't cut it. And they are going to slowly build their game to be ready for that next level, which I know sounds funny because they kind of set the standard of what that was.
Absolutely.
For 3 years in a row when they made it to the final in 3 consecutive seasons.
But
they got to get back to that.
What's the possibility of us showing a little moxie, winning tonight, and then saying, listen, we just beat the best team in the league from last year. We'll sit out the rest of the season. Call us when the playoffs are here.
I don't think you can do that.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think that's allowed.
It's not allowed. You got to play the other 82.
Yeah.
And next year, 84.
Oh, no. That doesn't seem fair.
Yeah.
Bit of a grind.
It's a nice thought. But I'll tell you what, like tonight, I don't want to be overly dramatic here, but tonight's an important game.
Yeah.
I, for one, a lot of people, no matter what sport you're talking about, people go, oh, it's early. I am not an it's early guy.
Right.
These 2 points on the line tonight mean as much as they do on March 15th or whatever. And when you are scrambling potentially for points in the second half of the season, you're going to wish you took the games in October a little more
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'm not suggesting they don't take this one serious, but this is against a team that this division, for my money, is the toughest one in the National Hockey League, the Atlantic Division. And they had 2 teams join the party last year.
Yeah.
One of them is here tonight.
Yeah.
The Ottawa Senators.
Yep.
They are building. They've got great young players. They're missing a couple of key guys tonight, but they've got a very good goalie. And this is one of those games that not only is it your season opener, your home opener, but this is also 2 points within your division that are going to mean a whole lot down the road.
Right.
And Toronto's going to be tough this year.
Well, I will say, listen, they lost 100 points out of their lineup. Mitch Marner has gone to Vegas. You don't replace 100 points overnight. That's not going to happen.
Right.
He was a good defensive player, too.
Yep.
So I don't know. I mean, I think they'll be good. They're a playoff team for sure. And listen, they've got Lightning's number right now, big time. They've got Lightning need to change that. Those are just the facts. Don't at me. If you're listening to the Drew Garabo show, I'm just giving you the facts.
Wow, Dave, don't at me, Randorf.
I don't
hockey play-by-play guy.
Yeah, hockey play-by-play
dude. My bad.
Come on,
Dave. Let's stay on the Panthers for a moment because you probably saw firsthand how things didn't. I don't want to say they got out of hand, but this rivalry is definitely getting more and more intense. Seems to date back from the playoffs last year when Hagel was concussed. I don't know that I've ever seen anything carry over like that from the playoffs into the preseason. What did you see with your own eyes?
Well, we with our own eyes, myself and my broadcast partner Brian Engblom did that game on the spot, and we got to plug our new TV home here.
Oh yeah,
before I'm off the air. But there's no question, Drew. You've hit the nail on the head. This stems from not only one incident in one playoff game where Hagel was concussed by Aaron Ekblad. He went unpenalized in the game, remained in the game, and then scored an important goal that night in a pivotal game for last year when the Lightning had a 2-1 lead with about 4 minutes to play and let that one get away, and that was all she wrote. They bowed out at 5. This stems from 2 playoff meetings, or actually 3.
Yeah.
Now, one of which the Lightning won, but they don't like each other. And playoffs take a rivalry to the next level. And as I've already stated here in this little chit-chat we're having here, the Panthers have flipped the script.
Yep.
They have taken the model that the Lightning built here in the state of Florida, and they're running the show right now. And they're doing it with I don't know if you saw the social media. Their Stanley Cup rings that they just gave to the guys, the back-to-back cups.
We apologize.
The inside inscription says, "We apologize to no one." Ooh. And there is just a level of just nastiness to that. But you know what? Right now, they are the schoolyard bully.
They are.
They punch in the face. They stand there and say, "What are you going to do about it?"
Yep.
Well, I got news for you. That's what the Lightning's answer was in the preseason. This is what they're going to do. Did it get out of hand? Absolutely. It was chaos. 300 plus minutes in penalties.
Yeah.
3 or 4 guys remaining on the Lightning bench with 6 or 7 minutes to go. It looked like, the late night men's league game on Sunday night where guys don't show up.
Right.
I mean, it was 17 power plays for one team.
Unreal.
I've never seen that before. So did it get out of hand? Yes. Is it a statement of how the Lightning view this little building rivalry? In my mind, no question.
Yeah.
And buckle up for the 4 regular season. Now, is it going to get that crazy? No, it can't, because ultimately they're playing for 2 points here, and there's suspensions and injuries that can happen, all that stuff. But at the same time, and I think the league would they will have all their directors of officiating of those games to make sure that we don't get a repeat performance. But will it be hard? Will it be physical? Will it be nasty? Will it be an edge? Yes, and yes.
I can't wait.
And I can't wait either.
Dave Randorf is our play-by-play dude. Now let's talk about the new TV home for your Tampa Bay Lightning. People always want to know, how do I watch? I can't always listen to 102.5 The Bone for all these games.
Dave Mishkin.
Michigan and Espo are great, but they want to look at the matinee idol good looks of a Dave Randorf and the adequate appearance of a Brian Engblom. So where can people watch? How can they watch, Dave?
We got a brand new TV home. We've been spreading the good message here for several weeks now. The main home here in the Tampa Bay area is the Spot. Tampa Bay, it's called Spot 66. I'm not exactly sure where the 66 comes in, because it's not channel 66. It's various channels depending on your local carrier.
Okay.
For instance, if you have Spectrum.
I do.
Then it's 17. It's
Got
right
it.
there in an upper tier, no problem.
Boom.
Right.
And that is our new home. And so there is a very good webpage. Tampa, easy to remember.
Yep.
TampaBayLightning.com/how to watch. And so it breaks it down as to all the different carriers, and they just added Direct TV as well.
Nice.
So that's in there now too. And boys, did I mention this is all free? Okay, so that was a big problem. I'm not going to lie, in our previous arrangement where you had to have a special tier to get the paid channel that we aired our games on, and the app was a lot of money, and people were getting subscription fatigue and all that kind of stuff. This is free.
Nice.
Now, if you don't have cable, I got the answer to that as well. You can, I think it's like $25, you can go to Walmart and get one of those HD antennas. And it sounds complicated. No, this is not something that goes on the roof of your house. You literally plug it into the wall.
Yeah.
You plug it into your TV. You've got cable, free cable. For nothing. So
no climbing up on the roof and adjusting the rabbit ears and all that stuff.
And the third part to this answer is you can get it on the app. We're the first team in the National Hockey League to stream our games live on the team app. So the Tampa Bay Lightning app, you download that for free. To get the games, it's, I think, $66 for everything.
Wow.
Which I think is
a bargain.
Less than $1 a game.
Yes.
And that's reasonable. And so there you go.
So basically you're saying you have to work harder not to be able to see the game.
Thank you.
Than you do to see the game.
The fish are jumping in the boat.
Because I'm still getting, God love our fans.
Oh, yeah.
Still getting direct messages. About,
how do I watch you?
How do I watch you?
I don't see you.
And I've been trying to answer to everybody, but short of me coming to your house at this point and turning the TV on for you, which I'm not going to do, by the way.
Boy, but Dave, what a great marketing campaign that would be. Is Dave showing up at people? Hi, are you Santa Claus 645 on Twitter? It seems like you had some problem watching the game. Let me do this for you.
And I can only do this once, so pay attention, Santa Claus.
Dave Randorf is here. The Bolts face off against the Ottawa Senators tonight.
Yeah.
The new season begins. Expectations are high.
Yeah.
Everybody's healthy, but I think Hagel a little dinged up. Vazzy a little bit dinged up. How's everybody doing?
There's no indication that those guys are injured. They're both playing tonight.
Good.
Everybody's in. Vassie only played 2 periods. Victor Heben only played 1 period in the preseason. Hagel, of course, was kept out of that game after he took that sucker punch in the second to last preseason game from one of the Florida Panthers. But he's all right. The only guy who is the only 2 regulars, new main faces that won't be out there, Zemgus Girgensons, who was also injured in that whole crazy game on Saturday night. He's out, what Coop said, maybe week to week. So he took a nasty hit from Carter Verhaeghe, which again is one of the dangers of that type of game. And the other one is J.J. Moser, who's suspended for 2 games for his actions in that game as well. So he's out. But listen, just go online, man. Read some of the predictions that are coming from credible insiders and experts around the NHL. A lot of people like the Lightning to go deep again this season, and as they should. Yep. This is the notion that their time is come and gone, and that they've bowed out 3 straight years in the first round, which they have, but that indicates and says that the party's over, is far from the truth. Yeah. And that's my objective opinion.
Certainly, very objective. Yeah. Did you attend the 9 Inch Nails show in this building?
Yeah, well, that's another one I was going to tell
Phenomenal.
you about. I was blown away.
Phenomenal.
I've never seen 9 Inch Nails.
Same.
My wife Laura is far more an aficionado on 9 Inch Nails than I am. But I read up on them a little bit before the show and found out that this guy is amazing.
Oh, he is.
Sure. Like what he's got. This guy's done everything.
Revolutionary.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And I thought the show was
spectacular, right?
Spectacular.
Yeah.
The sound was great. He was great. The way the show opened.
Oh, yeah.
That slow,
just
moody.
The piano.
Just him and the piano.
Oh.
And then the whole production on top of it was, I'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
It was an excellent show.
It really
so I'm
was.
glad you reminded me of that.
Oh, yeah. One of the better ones I've seen. Now, what do we have to do to get
I'm going to have to send you a picture of our concert poster wall.
Yeah, please do.
Because it's getting pretty cool. And these are just shows we've seen here since we moved here.
Yeah. So, we are the mecca of concerts, and we got to get you to Reggae Rise Up in March. I don't know what the Bolts are going to be doing, but we got to get you out to
Let me know, man.
Fenway Park for Reggae Rise Up. That's a good time right there. Just don't inhale. Thank you, Dave. Great to see you, pal.
Thanks,
good luck
boys.
tonight.
Yes.
A new season is upon us.
Yes.
Always love catching up. We'll see you soon. We'll return with more Drew Garabo Live. I believe Mr. Coburn will join us in mere moments, so hang tight. It is Drew Garabo Live from the Benchmark International Arena on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio.
Let's get ready to rumble!
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
At last check in Hillsborough, an accident eastbound along I-4 at Mango Road still had the left shoulder blocked with stop-and-go traffic back toward US 301. And accident activity continued southbound along I-275 approaching Dale Mabry. It's now off on the shoulder, but still causing slowdowns. In Pinellas, a crash along northbound US 19 at East Bay Drive has been blocking the right merge lane. There's a crash eastbound on Court Street at Missouri Avenue. And toward Palm Harbor, there's an accident northbound on Belcher Road at County Road 39 causing backups. Extra slowdowns continue leaving Pinellas out toward the Skyway Bridge. That's due to a disabled vehicle along the approach to the bridge, which is off on the shoulder. This is Jim with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
At Cadence Bank, we believe the future comes in many shapes. Every day is a new beginning, a chance to imagine new possibilities or get to work building them. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text free
Reese. Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
At Florida Blue, we're constantly solving to make healthcare more affordable and easier to access, offering plans that fit your needs. Opening Florida Blue Sanitas Medical Centers that connect you to wellness exams and sick visits with low to no copays, and working with hospitals and doctors to lower your costs. See more at floridablu.com/followtheblue. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner. Policies offered by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc., DBA Florida Blue, have limitations and exclusions. Medical care is provided by Sanitas, an independent healthcare company.
At Brandon Honda, get 0 down, 0 security deposit, 0 first payment, 0 do-it signing. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Get a brand new CRV for just $199 per month. New Accords are just $189 per month, or get a new Civic for an incredible $169 per month. We're approving all credit applications, and we'll pay off your trade no matter how much you owe. Plus, get a real nationwide lifetime warranty, unlimited time, unlimited miles. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-575-7725 for more information.
It's October at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and that means it's Pinktober. And the Pinktober Poker Open will be kicking off on the 15th and will feature over $400,000 in guarantees, with a portion of the proceeds benefiting the American Cancer Society. Remember to sign up for a Unity card at the Players Club and receive 50% off voucher for Fresh Harvest Buffet. Get a free limited edition Hard Rock t-shirt and up to $200 on them. There's so many great restaurants and so many options to win. Stop on in and see them at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them. To see someone that is in pain, I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
The savings are big at Wesley Chapel Nissan, now under new management. Buy a brand new Nissan for under $20,000 or get 0% financing for 60 months on 3 popular new Nissan models. Plus, getting started is simple. Pre-qualify online at wesleychapelnissan.com and discover your buying power with no impact to your credit. Then shop hundreds of vehicles you've been pre-qualified for. All at Wesley Chapel Nissan, the big Nissan store on State Road 54. For complete details, call 813-540-4062.
Football season is here, and Hooters is your game day HQ. Catch all the action with ice-cold $6 Big Daddy Buds, $6.50 Mick Ultras, and $5 Neutrals all day, every day. Or grab a wings to go at originalhooters.com to find a location near you.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
What's better than a Sprouts brand product at 20% off?
2. Now, 699 Sprouts brand products at 20% off. It's the Sprouts brand sale with 699 chances to save 20% off delicious and unique finds, like our organic super green salad mix. Or maybe your next fave, like our organic Italian farfalle pasta or vanilla wafer bites.
Yeah, that is better. And a very specific number.
Yep, save 20% on 699 Sprouts brand products at the Sprouts brand sale until October 21st.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ready for some dirty talk? Your carpet is packed with dirt, spills, and pet mess. Zero Res pulls it all out. No soap, no chemicals. Get half off off for the Bone fam only. Just use promo code BONE when booking. Not available with other offers. ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota presents Fall Savings Month. 20% off replacements, windows, and patio doors, plus no money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Superior products, exceptional service. BestWindowsFlorida.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Get to the original Hooters on Gulf to Bay in Clearwater this Friday for a liquid lunch with Mike Calta. Mike has free Bud Lights for the first 102 people through the door. And Monica and Dizzy will be there broadcasting live with the JP Show. Plus, prizes, tickets, and more. It all goes down Friday from 11 to 1 at the original Hooters in Clearwater.
Accidents happen in a second. Take a second to call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Big weather changes on the way as we head into the weekend. Partly cloudy skies overnight tonight, mid-70s. The wind picks up on Friday ahead of a cold front. We'll see variably cloudy skies, few showers around, maybe a thunderstorm. Highs in the mid-80s. Much cooler and drier for the weekend.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Oh, I know I'm drunk now. I know I'm drunk now.
Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I forgot my favorite man.
In the bench.
Over there. His name is
Mr. Doubleina.
His corporate partnerships and names.
Mr.
The arena is such a, but the bench, I think we've settled on is a nice, easy way to say benchmark international arena. We are Drew Garabo Live. He is Maurice. I am Drew. And we are joined by super stud and broadcasting professional and former Tampa Bay Lightning player, Braden Coburn. Kobe, it's great to see you again. You look fantastic. What have you been doing this offseason?
Well, I was going to say one of those three things is true. Two of them are not.
Two truths and a lie.
So, yeah, there we go. So, nice work. I didn't know we were playing that game yet.
What'd you do this offseason? You travel?
We go back up north, and we get out of the heat a little bit.
Yeah.
So, we had a great time. We've been doing that forever. Close to see my family. My wife's family's from up there, too. So,
nice.
But super excited to be back.
Yeah.
Hockey season is here. The wait's finally over.
Yeah.
Let's get this stuff going. That's what I say.
Yeah, we had an unfortunate first-round exit due to our intense and intensifying rivalry with these Florida Panthers.
Hey, the Stanley Cup comes through Florida.
Yeah.
It's either us or them. That's
crazy, right?
That's the last 6 years. It seems
unreal.
Like that's the way it goes.
Yeah. So help me with insight from a player. This rivalry really seems to have ramped up a lot, and it seems to stem from last playoffs when Hagel took a cheap shot and got concussed. Is it typical to see something carry over from the playoffs into the preseason, or is there a kind of a gentleman's agreement that in the preseason we're not going to try to decapitate each other while we're out there on the ice?
Well, there's not typically a lot of gentlemen's agreements out there, but I will say, because you're in preseason, you do have a new mix of players that are in there. So sometimes those old rivalries or hostilities aren't quite there. But as we saw, that can boil over. And when you are two teams that play as many times as they have in the playoffs, playoffs is just like a mixing pot of hate. You know, these guys, that's what happens. And the best rivalries, they're not really born out of regular season rivalries or historic rivalries for the most part. I think fans might feel that sometimes, but as the players in the dressing room,
right,
they are cultivated in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, you know, when someone's standing your way and they're knocking you out year after year, or you're knocking them year out of year, and this whole thing, that's when the bad blood happens and people just get sick of it. And the beautiful thing about hockey is we have this magical way of settling things sometimes that involves mitts on the ground and sometimes blood coming out of your nose.
There's stewing going on during the postseason, correct? I mean, because you get into those preseason games. You've been if you're one of the teams, you've been hot. Right, you can't just let it go and go to the summer home or whatever and say whatever, we'll pick it back up next year.
Well, hockey players, maybe we have very long memories, so maybe you can park it for 3 months, but it comes back, and you remember,
right?
And
as soon as you hit that ice or you lace up those skates.
You look over to Marchand.
And it's competitive. It's competitive, and you just see it. And that guy's right there, and you got a stick in your hand, and you're like, you know what? Preseason, I'm not really hurting my teammates too much here. Maybe I'll take a liberty. But also, when things brew up like that, it's definitely an answer to something that happened. Greer in Florida, I think he kind of started this whole thing, and they looked around and were like, okay, we're not over, I guess. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, I will say that the one thing the Tampa Bay Lightning do very, very well is that if one guy's in the fight, you got 23 guys in the fight.
Yeah.
And that's just the culture of this hockey club.
Heck yeah. Do you remember your first NHL game?
I sure do.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah, my first game was in Florida, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was playing for the Atlanta Thrashers. I can't tell you I remember a whole lot about what happened on the ice. I do remember very vividly our captain, Scott Mellenby, coming up to me and saying, hey, kid, congratulations, welcome to the league. And I don't know why. I can kind of play that over in my head, and I can see the expression on his face. I could smell the dressing room. But very, very cool moment.
Yeah, that had to be like the culmination of so much hard work, so much dedication, and to finally hit the ice as a professional NHL player and look up and look around. I can't imagine what that would feel like for you.
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple things like when I was a kid, the Atlanta Thrashers were not a team.
Right.
The Florida Panthers. But, that being said, there's so much from when you are a junior player to the draft process, to the draft, to that whole training camp leading up to it and all the hoopla, and then finally getting your chance to play a game. It's kind of like it's the start. You feel like you've arrived, but very, very quickly you realize, dude, there's a lot of work to be done here.
Yeah.
And just to make the league is one thing. To stay and become an impactful player is another completely different animal.
On the other end of your career, did you know when you were playing your last NHL game that you were playing your last NHL game?
Well, it was a little bit dependent on my body. I felt like my body was failing me, and I think every morning you kind of wake up hoping that, hey man, maybe I'm feeling better. Maybe this bummed hip is going to be just feeling awesome, or maybe come around and the doctor's going to be like, hey, we're going to give you this awesome shot. You're going to be like $1 million. So you kind of always hold out hope that there's going to be more. But at the end, I know I've talked to Tyler Johnson, who just retired.
Yeah.
And you kind of just know it's time. That happened for me.
Have you heard stories from players that felt like they stayed one season too long and now they're suffering some of the consequences?
You know what? It's different for everybody. Sure. Maybe there's guys like that. Maybe there's guys that were like, and I'm still, to this day, I still wake up and I'm like, I wish I was heading to the bench. I wish I was lacing it up. And it's such a wonderful honor and privilege to be able to play this game and fans that we do and to kind of be around the professionals that we're around. So, it's just one of those things. You just kind of move on and get busy and live your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Difficult to watch the next season just when it's that close, and then you kind of get into it later on.
So, Maurice, for me personally, yes, first season out, very difficult. It was almost like you had this internal clock that you were like, I should be doing something right now, and then you're not. And I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm like, right, and you've got this kind of like feeling like I'm missing out on something. But I've been out of the game for a few years now, and every subsequent year afterwards, I feel like I've gotten more comfortable just kind of moving on to the next phase of my life.
Sure. And that coincidentally leads us to Braden Coburn's role as analyst tonight on the television.
Look at you.
I know he's built for TV. He's got TV good looks and a hockey brain.
Yeah, I don't know. My brothers tell me that I'm built for radio.
That is so untrue.
Yeah.
So tonight you'll be with Dave and Brian offering analysis. Do you sit with them? Or are you between the pipes? Where are you?
So the way we're doing it this year is Paul Kennedy. He's hosting the pregame show, the intermission show, and the postgame. And so it's me, PK, and Pat Maroon.
Oh.
And so we have our analyst panel. We'll be breaking it down before the game, after the game, in between periods. And we're going to have a ton of fun.
Yeah, that's a great group.
I'm so excited to have Pat here this year, and he decided to come back. And he offers so much awesome insight, and kind of it's really great having two players kind of trading in ideas off each other. And he sees the game one way, and obviously sometimes another player will see it a different way. So I think that offers a lot of insight. And Paul Kennedy, what a gentleman and professional.
Is.
And I think he could make anything interesting. We could be watching ants, sumo wrestle or something, and Paul will build the suspense in that moment.
I have been a Paul Kennedy fan since I believe 1989. He started with the Orlando Magic, still does work for their TV broadcasts, and what a solid broadcasting professional he is. Allows the game to kind of speak for itself and offers that kind of insight.
That is a true professional.
You're exactly right.
What I'm doing is I'm just like some former guy that's coming up and just kind of like trying to speak my words and try not to swear on air.
Well, that's what I was going to say about Riggy is that he dropped BS, I believe, on Senning's show twice today. So him in front of a live microphone, mind your P's and Q's. Talking to you, Maroon.
That is a hard part. Because you're in a dressing room and it's like a second language. I'm Saskatchewan. I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada. I swear it's like I taught in the class like how to swear, the context to use it, and novel ways as Saskatchewanites to use our swear words. But this one of the things is being in this media part is like I have to cut it out, even in my everyday speak, just because you don't want to be put in that kind of situation.
No.
And I understand that it's authentic, but there is those are audience out there, and those are rules, so.
That's true. I swear more off the air because I'm not allowed to swear on the air. I've always used profanity, but as soon as the show is over, it's a nonstop F-bomb stream on my drive home on the Veterans Expressway. Can you talk to us?
That'll do it to you.
The 589 will get it out of you. Talk to us about what it's like to be in a locker room with a group of your friends and teammates celebrating Lord Stanley's Cup. None of us will ever get to experience something like that, but you were right there with it. What is that like?
It's a mix of emotions. Like, obviously, jubilation. You're just so excited. It's just like you're kind of looking around like, what do I do? You have all these emotions. There's also and I've heard this being said about other sports and other championships, but there's a realization and an appreciation for the process, about all the battles you went through with all those guys to be able to get to this point. And I think it's just just an appreciation for the guy standing next to you, like, hey, we did this.
Right.
And not just like I did this, it's like we did this. And that is the biggest thing. And it's anytime you get recognized and you can kind of get to the outcome you want, it feels you feel like $1 million.
Yeah, and you'll always be a Stanley Cup champion. No matter what happens for the rest of your life, you will be Braden Coburn, Stanley Cup champion, with your name engraved on that beautiful trophy.
There we go.
Is it difficult if you get traded or if you go to another team? Because obviously you establish a relationship, a camaraderie. You become a band of brothers. Is it difficult to leave that band and then form a bond with another, or is it just intrinsic to what you guys do and who you are?
That's a great question. I feel like every dressing room I've been lucky. Every dressing room I've come into, I've known a couple guys.
Okay.
And so you kind of have that relationship. But hockey players, they realize that we rely on each other so much, and guys welcome you in, and they kind of bring you into the fold, and they realize, like, hey, this guy's got something to bring. We're all got the same goal, and we're going to be aligned. And even when guys are like, even Florida Panthers last year, Brad Marchand.
Yeah.
He had bad blood with the Florida Panthers.
Absolutely.
But those guys welcomed him in with open arms. That's the beautiful thing about hockey, is that if you're going to help us and you're not a bad dude,
right?
You're going to fit in this room,
right.
And we're for the most part, a good group of guys, hockey players, and dressing rooms are just kind of all around fun places to be.
And to your point about relying on your teammates, hockey more than any other sport, because of the nonstop action and breakneck speed, you have to rely on your line mates to get your back. If you go here, they better go there, and vice versa. There's almost an unspoken language that goes on where somebody's got your back out there on the ice always.
Well, absolutely, and it's no different than Maurice here.
It's a lot different than Maurice. I got news for you.
A horde of beautiful women are just all over you. Maurice has his stick, and he's just get away,
Sure.
get away. We got a show to do, you guys.
Well, yeah, watch a cheeseburger show up and watch how much he's got my back. I'll never see him again.
I'm trying to keep that waistline down. That's exactly what I got your back. You're right.
But it's just having that is special, and the best teams, they just do it better than others. They're able to really get behind each other, and hockey happens so quick that you have to be able to have that instinctive kind of play and trust that people are going to be in the spots that you think they're going to be in. That's what makes best teams.
You don't have the luxury of saying, prove that you are one of us. You have to trust that they are one of you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And this game happens so quick.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a violent game, and it's a fast game, and it's a fun game, and all these things. It's one of the beautiful things about hockey.
Oh, it is. There's so many too. Bolt season starts tonight. High expectations. Disappointment last season, getting ousted in the first round by those Florida Panthers. But everybody starts 0-0 tonight. What are you looking for from this Bolt season to improve upon the chemistry of last year? What are we looking for this year, Kobe?
Well, I'm looking at seeing the growth. That's the biggest thing. So I'm thinking of a guy in particular, Connor Geekie. He comes in. He's a highly touted rookie last year. He looks great. His second year now. And this league, to score goals and contribute, it really, you do have to get that experience. And I feel like he's gaining that experience. Max Crozier on the fence, he looks really good. The core is still intact. These guys are hungry. When you go home early, it just kind of feeds the beast inside of you. Like, you just get hungry and you kind of reassess what works, what doesn't work. So I'm looking for that hunger in this team to kind of just to see where they're at.
Yeah, and John Cooper, I believe the longest tenured coach in the NHL, still has these guys like playing team hockey. What an amazing leader and man that guy is.
He sure is, and he's been one of the architects of the culture of this team, and having that kind of familiarity with his leaders on his team, and I think if you talk to him as well, he'll say he does certain things, but he does rely on the leaders of the team to lead the room. It's tough when the coach is the main voice and he's got the whip in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
But when the men lead themselves, that's when really good things happen. And Coop's done a good job of empowering those guys, being able to let those guys lead. And guys like Victor Hedman, second year as captain now, he's just an outstanding human being, a great leader. And so it really is, those guys run the team.
Yeah. Kobe, we'll let you get your TV rehearsal. We know you got production meetings and whatnot. He's a real professional broadcaster.
Real professional. Keep saying it. I'll start believing it too.
Put it on your LinkedIn. We always appreciate spending time with you. Let's go Bolts. We'll return with more Drew Garabo Live right here from the Benchmark International Arena. He's Maurice. He is Braden Coburn. I'm Drew Garabo, and we'll be right back.
Listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Let's go, Tampa Bay. Come out and get primed at the Mike Calta Show Bud Light Tailgate Party. The tailgate this week starts Sunday at 1 p.m. Enjoy the best football food you'll ever put in your face, courtesy of Wild Fork Meat and Seafood Market and the Brisket Shop. Then wash it all down with some ice-cold Bud Light. And here's the best part. It's all absolutely free. Football, Bud Light, Wild Fork, the Brisket Shop, Mike Calta, and The Bone. What a great time to be alive as The Bone tailgates live right across from Ray J. Sunday, it's the Mike Calta Show Bud Light Tailgate Party. Brought to you by Bud Light, the Mike Calta Show, and 102.5 The Bone. For all the info and how to get in for free, just visit theboneonline.com and keep listening to win your way in right here on 102.5 The Bone. Now, a The Bone Traffic Update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, a bad crash in Clearwater has Court Street closed between Missouri and Highland. An accident along northbound US 19 at East Bay Drive has been blocking the right merge lane. Toward Palm Harbor, there's an accident northbound on Belcher Road at County Road 39 causing backups. And in St. Pete, expect delays from a wreck eastbound on Bay Pines Boulevard in front of the VA at 95th Street North. Delays continue heading out toward the Skyway Bridge due to a disabled vehicle off on the shoulder along the approach. Meanwhile, our latest Hillsborough accidents along 78th Street at Causeway Boulevard. This is Jim with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium, Ondale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
Why settle for fun size when you can have the full package? This Halloween, Planet X and XTC adult superstores have the kind of treats that'll really make you scream. Lollipops? We've got toys you'll want to lick all night. Chocolate bars? Please. Our costumes are sweeter. And forget candy hearts. Our lingerie will get yours racing faster than a vampire at sunrise. Skip the tricks. Grab the sweets. Get your thrills between the sheets. Planet X is where you go for tasty treats that steal the show.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Brandon can call home. Featuring a track and field, rock wall, a Hitchrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Brandon Exchange. Grand opening celebration October 31st to November 2nd.
At International Diamond Center, diamonds always take center stage, but you won't believe the new collection of rare colored gemstones they have now.
When you see the color that we've procured and the collections that we've put together, it's going to blow you away.
IDC's Brian LeClaire.
Stones like a Paraíba from Brazil, extremely rare and hard to find, but the stone just absolutely pops and talks. It's got that beautiful ocean color.
Sapphires? Yes, IDC has them. Emeralds and rubies too, but so much more.
One-of-a-kind Saverites. Beautiful, vibrant green color. Red spinel from Burma. Unbelievable pigeon blood red color. Aquamarines, Santa Maria color.
Are you looking to add some color with fashion jewelry or even an engagement ring? IDC invites you to a whole new world of exquisite choices.
What we've really focused on is making sure that we are finding the most rare, spectacular gemstones.
Discover unique and rare precious gemstones and add some color to your life at International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Hurricane season is in full swing, and WeatherTight Windows wants to protect your home. The PGT hurricane-resistant windows that WeatherTight installs will withstand 180-mile-per-hour winds and a 2x4 or other flying objects at 50 miles an hour. That is hurricane strong. In October, WeatherTight Mike is offering 30% off your entire purchase of hurricane-resistant windows, so don't wait. Order before October 31st for this special offer and tell him Mike Calda sent you.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
My son was 20 years old when he was prescribed opioids. It took him 5 days to get addicted. I'm not supposed to be the one to go get his suit that I'm going to bury him in. My son overdosed at the age of 22 years old.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Contact Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. Every day, your unpaid tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. The longer you wait, the more you will end up paying. If you owe $10,000 or more, now is the time to settle your debt before the IRS takes aggressive action, like taking your wages or property. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Your tax debt gets bigger and bigger from daily interest. Call right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now.
Call 800-998-0633. 800-998-0633. That's 800-998-0633.
Makita's built for the pros who show up early, who don't do shortcuts, only precise cuts. With tools built to last, job after job, year after year. Performance that pays off. Because when the job calls for the best, you answer. And when you need the best, you call on Makita. Built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Mirror on the wall. Tell me, mirror, what is wrong? Is it my daylight clothes or is it just my daylight soul? Ain't make believe. People say I sit and try, but when it comes to being in daylight, it's just me, myself, and I. Yo! We are Drew Garabo Live, broadcasting outside Section 112 at the Benchmark International Arena, even though I don't want to say anything. There's an Emily motor oil sign right there.
They missed one.
Tear down that Emily sign. We are here ahead of tonight's Ottawa Tampa Bay Lightning game. Hope you're coming down here. Hope you'll watch it on TV. But most of all, I hope you'll listen to it on 102.5 The Bone, the flagship station for your Tampa Bay Lightning. We'll have Michigan on in a little bit. He and Esposito will bring you the call starting at 7. The pregame show with our good buddy Greg Linnelli starts at 6:30. We are in the building. Mike O in the building. You'll listen to the Mike O radio show this Saturday at noon at the Brisket Shop. A glorious spot. Have you been there yet, Mo?
Yes, I have.
What a cool friggin' spot that they have down there. That dude, Danny, is great. And that, man, I will tell you, they are doing magical things from a food perspective. That's right. I know you've been there because I was talking to, I think his name was Walker. He said he showed you the bourbon room. And I said, did you count the bottles after Maurice left? Because it looks like you've got some really nice bourbons in here.
There was a lot of free pouring going on, Drew.
I bet there was.
That's all I'm going to say.
Place is really cool. So go out and see the Mike O radio show this weekend. They'll have tailgate passes for you. We'll have tailgate passes to give away on tomorrow's show so we can get you out there and you can enjoy the delicious food from Wild Fork cooked up by the Brisket Shop. We are all excited for some Bolts hockey tonight. We'll take your calls, 800-771-1025. You don't have to stick to hockey just because we're out here ahead of the hockey game. Anything on your mind is totally fine with us. There just might be peace in the Middle East for the first time in my lifetime. I know Hamas is celebrating. I know Israel is celebrating. As soon as they let those hostages go, I think the world starts to change. It doesn't really matter how you feel about our president if he indeed played a part in brokering peace between Israel and Palestine.
You got to give him props.
You have to. I mean, that is a conflict that has been raging for centuries and will continue to plague us long after we shuffle off this mortal coil. Now, let's do the most important thing we can do this afternoon, which is see if we can't get another $1,000 winner right here on Drew Garabo Live. Isaiah, crank up that sounder and let's give him the Bone Bonus keyword. Get out those apps, everybody.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by #1 rated New South Windows. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app right now and enter money before 30 minutes past the top of the hour. And the $1,000 Bone Bonus could be yours. Don't forget, if you get a call from a number you don't recognize, pick it up. It might be our roving prize patrol just waiting to bestow money unto you. I'll use it in a sentence. I don't love money, but I don't hate money. I'll use it in another sentence. Scared money, don't make none. I'll use it in another one. Eddie Money had a song called Shakin', and that is all the money you need to know. What a glorious time for Tampa Bay sports. You got, well, it'd be cooler if the Rays were. I'll tell you, with this new ownership group.
Yeah, you got to remember that.
I'm thinking about. I'm going to give it another run. One of my issues with being a Rays fan was just their failure to connect with the community, and I want to love. See, the problem is baseball.
That's a big problem.
It is, because if you're going to root for a baseball team, you're going to have to watch some baseball. And I just, maybe it's because I've gotten into hockey. To me, baseball is the exact opposite of hockey. Hockey, there is always something going on.
Right.
There's physical violence. It's excitement. Baseball is just so terminally dull. It is a dull sport. I loved it as a kid. It was my favorite sport until I was like 10, 11 years old. I couldn't get enough.
It was the predominant sport.
Yeah.
America's
pastime, right.
Yeah.
Abner Doubleday invented it in the friggin' 1800s. And I would sit there with a spiral-bound notebook any baseball game, the game of the week that was on NBC or whatever, I would write down each player. I would keep score of every game and go back and see what player hit well against what pitcher. And then I don't know what happened, and I don't know if anything can happen to reverse that and inject some love for this timeless game back into my bloodstream. But I'll be damned if I haven't tried, and it is just so dull.
Is it just me, or has baseball failed to produce the number of internationally known and or worldwide players like a Reggie Jackson, like a Babe Ruth, like a Bo Jackson?
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of players whose names were ubiquitous, whether you watched the game or not. And I don't know that I've noticed that in a decade.
No, you're right. Those superstars, and even up to a Derek Jeter,
right? Correct, right.
These superstars were ubiquitous. Now there are big names. There's that Hitani who plays pitcher and also hits for the Dodgers. I think he's still with the Dodgers. I could be wrong. See, that's how little I follow baseball.
What's his name?
Exactly. Hideki Otani.
That's what I'm talking about, Drew.
Hideki Matsu. Yeah, you're right. There aren't those marquee names anymore, Maurice. And
you ain't never stumbled over Bo Jackson.
No, Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football.
Yeah.
And like going to games at the Trop is a terminal experience. It is a mausoleum of a building. I haven't yet been to an outdoor game at Steinbrenner Field. I imagine it's better. But man, there is a certain lack of vibe that goes on in that frickin' building, and I just can't stand it.
Well, I don't think it's not a foregone conclusion that this new ownership stays there. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
They may look to Tampa or parts unknown. I would love it if they could find a new stadium. Being in Seattle, as the Mariners were playing their first playoff game and seeing the city come alive, seeing everybody in Mariners garb getting ready, even those libbed out pink-haired freaks getting ready for base. It was funny because, like, Seattle's got a reputation for being very libbed out.
Sure.
We were riding our scooters to the Showbox Theater where James was playing. Right at the same time, people were queuing up outside the Mariners Stadium. And just like every major city, they had one of those religious dudes with the megaphone. And as soon as this guy opened his mouth to say, Jesus Christ died for... These libs could not. They looked like they wanted to attack this man. I mean, it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Here, they stand outside the building, especially on Nine Inch Nails concert, and they'll taunt the people coming in. But people, for the most part, turn a blind eye. There was not a blind eye to be found up in Seattle as they viciously jeered the Jesus freaks. Which
every now and again, these Jesus freaks need a good beat down.
I agree. 800-771-1025.
Where's your God now, Moses?
Don't forget, we will be, all of us will be in downtown St. Petersburg, Halloween night. It is a pub crawl, a bar crawl to end all bar crawls, culminating in Pitbull Toddler playing at Last Chance, I believe. I'm going strictly off my top of my head, not notes, but I know Maurice and I will be at the Emerald, a legendary dive bar in downtown St. Petersburg. Been there since, I think, the early 1900s.
Yeah, you can light heaters there, so bring them and smoke them if you got them.
You can.
You're going to hate
You
that.
certainly can. Oh, it's going to kill me.
You got to bring a change of clothes for the drive home.
Oh, God. Fortunately, I am staying in downtown St. Pete that night.
So you ready to get down?
Oh, I am certainly ready. Look at that. Look at this guy. He's ready to come over and give us a taste of actual real broadcasting.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, look at this guy. Please please have a seat. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, is that Mrs. Michigan? You've got a tremendous husband. We're big fans.
Yay.
Love it. Look at that. Family man, Dave Michigan.
The passion in that.
Just electric. It's electric. You hear Dave Michigan on our radio station every Bolts game. This man is unbelievable. His ability to speak with quickness, with aplomb, with dignity, with passion. He's unbelievable, and he is Dave Mishkin, our colleague. How you doing, bud?
Good. I'm early. You know, at radio, that's like a non-starter. If you're not early,
yes,
you're out of a job.
That is absolutely true.
I knew I was coming on with you, so my wife is here, so opening night. So we're like, let's leave a little earlier than we normally do. I'm glad I did because it was heavy.
Yeah. A lot of people coming in here.
Absolutely.
Dave, did you do the Panthers games, and what was the vibe like down there with these Panthers and our Lightning getting very chippy with each other?
So we do all the preseason games, so affirmative. I was not having to call the game in the middle of a section, though, so I was a little bit removed from whatever might be going on in the stands, and I certainly wasn't on the ice. From a broadcasting standpoint, that particularly the Saturday game, that was a challenging game. I was calling the game by myself. The ref mic was not really, it was working to the point that it was going in the PA, but it was not really coming through my headset. So I was kind of sort of guessing about what some of the penalties were. And the setup at Sunrise for the visiting radio booth, they do provide a monitor, but it is like affixed to the wall behind my right shoulder.
Oh, convenient.
So, yes, very convenient. So, usually, okay, there's a goal. Let me peek and say, there's a break. But in a game like this, where there's a lot happening, you don't really want to take your eyes off the ice because the replay may not be there, the one you want. When you turn around, it's not in front of you where you can kind of work with peripheral vision. So it was challenging.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of replays as a result. I felt like I was in the middle of a lake without an oar at points. But that's me. I wasn't the one having to get punched. So, from that standpoint, I think every broadcast is a great broadcast. That one was a little bit more of a heavy lift, though, than the typical broadcast.
I think we're a couple of clicks away from the broadcasters themselves throwing down their headphones and starting to fight. This is some rivalry, right?
Yeah, the Florida announcers and the Lightning announcers have a very good relationship.
Oh, good.
At one point during the intermission, I looked at, because we were all in the hallway, and I'm like, can't we all just get along like we do?
Nobody's throwing gloves down and punching each other. It's a great rivalry, and who knew when Florida entered the league and Tampa Bay entered the league that the road to the Stanley Cup, as Braden Coburn just said, goes through Florida. The last 6 cups have been right through the Sunshine State.
At least the final.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah, and in 4 of the last 5 years, the teams have met in the playoffs, and Edmonton and LA have met 4 years in a row in the first round. Edmonton has won every single series.
Yeah.
So this is 2-2, but the Lightning won the first 2 and the Panthers have won the last 2. So
yeah. Now
even though the scorecard is even, it feels like they've won the tug of war.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they've leapfrogged us in a way. We've gone from the, the catbird seat, if you will, to kind of punching our way back up. And I think maybe the team needs that a little bit. Maybe we need to be a little bit more scrappy and not the defending champions, but the team that got knocked out in the first round last year.
So it's a great question, Drew, and it's a hard question to answer, and something that we've tried to tackle on our show on the Lightning's 24/7 station, because Greg Lennon and I do a show Monday to Friday, and we've gotten a lot of feedback. When the Lightning lost, the feedback was changes are needed. So it's a nuanced question. It's a nuanced problem because, on the one hand, yes, they lost in 5 games. They were outplayed in that series. They had injuries, everything else that happened. Fair enough. But the Panthers were the better team in that series. They were deserving of winning the series. And if the Lightning want to get back to where they were, either they or somebody else is going to have to beat the Panthers. All of that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
On the other hand, when you look at the 6 months and the 82 games that they played, they checked a lot of boxes. They were in the top 5 in, to me, all of the most significant statistical categories. Goals for, goals against, power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5 ratio. Penalty kill was 6th.
Yep.
Still excellent. The other categories, they were top 5. So do you want to make a lot of changes? And that's why it's nuanced.
Yeah.
Like Julian Breesbaugh said multiple times after the season, through the offseason, I like our team. I like our team. He's like, if we can have a regular season this year like we had last year, I'm going to be a happy man.
Great.
So your question is still a good one, though. Is there some component that needs to be added, or like nothing stays static. Are the Panthers going to be the same team? Yes, they brought back a lot of the same players.
Sure.
But are they going to be able to reach that same level in the playoffs like they did last year? It's like anything else in life. Everything changes, right?
Yeah. And
So-
Barkov's out for the season, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So-
7 to 9 months. I mean, I think there's an outside chance that he might be able to return to the playoffs, but in what shape would he be in? That's the Panthers' problem.
Yep.
But if you're thinking about the Lightning, it's like, how much do we do? Do we overreact? Do we make sure we don't underreact? Do we try and respond to, kind of the challenge of the Panthers? As Julian said, what if we don't get the Panthers?
Right.
So I think that the general rule should be, and I think Julian feels this way and has followed it, build the team you want to build.
Yep. Yeah.
And make this your team and do the things that you want to do. You're going to have to be able to beat a variety of different types of opponents to win the Stanley Cup.
Sure.
And you'd like to be able to impose your will on them and make them kind of play your game. But sometimes you have to play their game.
Right.
And you have to be versatile enough to be able to do that. Now, having said that, I think that the Lightning are pretty pleased that they had the response that they had.
Yeah.
Over the weekend.
Yep.
And, they added this 6'9", 242-pound player, Curtis Douglas. And when the news came down, they acquired him on, waivers right after the Saturday game. I think the natural reaction from a lot of people, both, follow the Lightning and maybe around the league as well, this is a reaction to what happened, with the 2 games against the Panthers. And there may be some truth to that, but it seems like, the Lightning like this player.
Yeah.
It's not that they picked up some 6'9", 242-pound guy.
Right.
They picked up Curtis Douglas, who happens to be 6'9", 242 pounds. And why do I say that? I say that because this guy basically, flew through the night from Vegas, arrived, had one practice, and now he's making his NHL debut. So would they be doing that if it was just, we need to add that sort of player?
Right.
He was not available during the offseason. He was still under contract.
Okay.
The Lightning, like all organizations, scout everyone.
Sure.
So it's not like they didn't know who this guy was.
Right.
And it's like, all right, he's available on waivers.
Let's
we
get
like
him.
this player. And yes, he is 6'9". He is a tough guy. It doesn't hurt to add a guy like that to our lineup. But they understand that if they try and send him down, in all likelihood, Utah will probably just reclaim him. So if you make the waiver claim, the idea is you're making the waiver claim to add that player to your NHL roster.
Yeah.
That's why the waiver rule is in place.
That makes sense.
It's pro player.
Yeah.
It's player friendly. If you, Drew, this team drafted me, I've developed, I've spent my time in the minors, I've hit a point in my pro career where I'm no longer waiver exempt, and the team that holds my rights doesn't have room for me at the NHL level. Waivers is so, you know what? You've put in your time. If there's another team out there that wants you to play in the NHL, they can grab you.
Oh, love that.
That is pro player. That's the reason for waivers.
Makes sense.
And so in this instance, Utah, he wasn't one of their first cuts. He was one of their last cuts. He almost made their team. But after X number of years, you are no longer waiver exempt. Other teams can grab you, and the Lightning said, we want this guy.
Love it.
So
let's get it. Dave Michigan joins us. You can listen to him on the broadcast on 102.5 The Bone right after we're done. We're going to have a great season opener. You mentioned Utah. Are they still the Utah Hockey Club? Have they found a name? The Utah Mammoth.
Yes.
Okay. I like that. I like a non-pluralized nickname. The Magic, the Jazz, the Heat in the NBA, and now the Mammoth in the NHL.
So what do you do with verbs on that for the writing side of me?
Oh, me too. So
you have to go.
The Mammoth.
The English
the Mammoth
grammar,
has.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a tough one.
So the Lightning, I when I first came to the Lightning, did use the singular, and it just. I know grammatically that's correct, but
it doesn't feel right.
I was actually our in-house lawyer at the time, who's no longer here. He was like, you were not referring to a force of nature. He's like, you were referring to a group of players.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so I have and the Lightning as an organization do use the plural. Like the Lightning have played 10 games or whatever. But on the other hand, we do say Tampa Bay has.
Because Tampa Bay is a singular entity.
Yeah. Now in England, for football, everything is plural.
Oh.
Manchester have 10 games left. So they just avoid. They'll just accept that it is.
And is their King's English?
It is more than one person. Although a group is singular.
Yeah, that is true.
So the word group, anyway.
I love it. This is the kind
You
of
never
stuff.
know where you're going to go.
This is the X and O's I like. I see you've been taking your dog to the hospital still, Stella, right?
Yeah.
And what a beautiful thing that is that you do to bring smiles to faces. That's got to feel incredibly gratifying for you, Dave Michigan.
Well, it is gratifying for me, but I'm pretty far down on the totem pole, honestly. So first of all, I have a work schedule that allows me to do that.
Yep.
I mean, I'm grateful that the Lightning are basically saying to me, make sure you do the games the way you need to do the games, and when the team is away, you're away. But it's not like they're saying we need you in at 9 o'clock every Monday after a weekend full of games. That's just the way the job has always been structured.
Sure.
So I have the time to do it, but I can't remember if I shared this story the last time I was on with you. So, we are an animal family. We've always had dogs, cats, rescue. I mean, you're not going to find Bernese Mountain Dogs really in rescue. We have not, our family group have not gotten purebred dogs before. But I've always had a soft spot for this breed, which is not a breed you see a lot in Florida. They're a cold weather dog. They're a Swiss dog. They're used to the snow and the cold. But we met this dog at a dog show at the fairgrounds in 2019 because I wanted to see all the Bernese Mountain Dogs. So, you go to the early rounds of a dog show, you'll see like 15 St. Bernards all together. Yeah, like it's
cool.
It is cool. So we met this couple. They had 2 dogs they were showing, Bernese Mountain Dogs. And I'm like, oh, where'd you come from? And they're like, Tallahassee. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah. I'm like, Bernese Mountain Dogs live in Tallahassee? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's news to me. And so my wife is like, we'll get their number. If they're breeding, we'll look about getting you a puppy. So the next spring, COVID hits.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So nobody's breeding, but we stayed in touch with the couple, and they were like, yeah, we think we're going to focus more on our older dog. Stella was the younger by a year. And so they said, are you interested in having Stella? And my family met her, and she was fantastic.
Right.
She's a super friendly dog. So we're like, yes, yes, yes.
Of course.
So that's how we got her.
Oh, wow.
And within a couple of days, I knew that she would be great at the therapy.
Yeah.
So we retired her from being a dog show dog. COVID had everything shut down. So it took a little while for me to get her certified. But I knew she would be good at it, and I knew she would like it. So when you're like, this must be gratifying for you, it is gratifying for me, but Stella loves it.
Oh,
like,
so cool.
They are a working breed. They don't really work as much anymore. They used to pull carts in Switzerland hundreds and hundreds of years ago, but this is a different sort of work that she really likes.
Yeah.
She has a special therapy leash. When I pull that leash out, she knows we're going. And then there are the people she needs.
Yeah.
And I mean, that means a lot. If you're, I know you've had some experience with, what it's like to be ill, infirm, away from home, stuck somewhere you don't want to be, especially for the patients who have dogs at home. They haven't seen their dogs in days, weeks, months. It makes a big difference,
Yeah, it does.
to have a dog come in and they can interact with the dog.
Immediate mood enhancer.
Yeah.
I love that. Dave Michigan is with us. You'll hear him on the call tonight. Dave, give me a couple of your favorite cities when you're on the road with the Lightning, a couple of your favorite cities to visit and get out and walk around and see.
So my dear friend Paul Kennedy, we had been friends for over 20 years, used to travel, doesn't anymore. That's just been the way that they worked it, that they do their show from here when the team is on the road. But when he did travel, so I would run, but I'd go into the gym. He's like, why are you going into the gym? You're coming outside with me. So Paul kind of got me in the mid-2000s. Like, we go to a city. He's like, here's the route. We're going here. So Philadelphia, we go to Boathouse Row and, past the Rocky statue. And, Boston, we're running past Fenway Park. Like, he had all of the different routes. L.A., we run when we stayed in Marina Del Rey. He's like, that's the opening scene from Gilligan's Island right there. So, I mean, he's just a fountain of knowledge. So he is no longer traveling, but I still like to run. So that's really how I see a lot of the cities.
Cool.
And I mean, I'm often going in kind of the same route, but not always.
Yeah.
So that is a big part of it for me. But you asked, what are some of my favorite cities? I'm pretty boring other than that. But I do like going to cities that we don't go to a lot.
Right.
I mean, we were in Denver a lot for the final. But I like Denver. I like San Jose is neat.
Is there a city where food-wise you're looking forward to
Look
going
at his physique. He never eats. This man runs and never eats food, Maurice.
Right. Bad
Come
question.
on, he's a skinny guy.
You can pretty much find good food anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yes, will you find really good barbecue in Nashville? Yes. Well, but it's not like I have to eat barbecue everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes, the broadcasters get looped in if we have sponsors on the trip, and the sponsors are being treated to a dinner, and the broadcasters are invited.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so I sometimes get looped into some pretty...
That's why we all got into radio.
I'm not even approaching the vicinity of those restaurants if I'm by myself. It's like some force field is up. It's like, no, you don't have the code to get in here.
You see your American Express black card before we can show you to a table.
Basically, yes. So those are a treat to get to those.
We just traveled to Seattle, my girlfriend and I. We just got back this past weekend, and I had never been before. And that is the Pacific Northwest. There is just something so special about that part of the country, and it's gorgeous there.
And I've only been there a couple of times because they're new to the league. The first year that they were in the league, we actually didn't make the trip because there was a variant outbreak. And it was, so the trip included going across the border twice from the U.S. to Canada. Back to the U.S. to Seattle. So it was like Chicago, the Western Canadian team, Seattle. And there was concern that, if you tested positive, you were stuck. So they had all the broadcasters stay at home. So that first trip, we did off the monitor, TV and radio. Since then, we've made the trip to Seattle. So whatever, it's been three trips, and I like Seattle. Like, I'm with you. Vancouver is a great city.
I need to do that.
And that's a great running city, too.
Okay.
It can be 30 below in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And it'll be like 30 above in Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
Like, Vancouver has that mild...
Okay.
It's not always mild.
Right.
When we've been there, it can be really, really cold. Like, we've been there in January, and it's, it's brisk. I'll put it that way. It's not like you'll get frostbite if you stay outside for 10 minutes.
Brisk.
Yeah.
Is there another broadcaster doing play-by-play, Dave Mishkin, that does it by himself several times throughout the season? Or are you the only one? Are you one of one?
No, there are broadcasters who do not have travel partners, and I'm trying to remember because some of them did it, now they have a partner, and some of them had a partner, now they're by themselves. But I'm not the only one.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that.
What a skill set. That is, I mean, to cover the sport of hockey by oneself. We were just talking about baseball versus hockey and the laconic pace of baseball, shall we say. Probably more difficult to do that because you have to fill time. You have the benefit of doing a sport where there is literally always something to narrate or tell people or describe on the ice, whereas in baseball, oh my gosh, you got to kill time between pitches and between innings and between batters. So you have the benefit, if you will, of having frenetic activity always going on.
So that's one way to look at it. Years ago when the late, great Dave Wills was still alive, I did this was again during COVID, but I did a Zoom call with Andy Fried and Dave Wills. The three of us were talking broadcasting. And the thing to remember is, like, there are challenges to calling hockey, the pace of the game and keeping up with it. But there are challenges in calling any sport.
Sure.
And you bring up a good point that the best baseball announcers, and I would consider Andy and Dave certainly to be among the best, they make that lull between pitches sound seamless.
Yep.
Which is a skill in and of itself. And they have to deal with different paces. So, like, I'm basically doing a tap dance the whole game.
Sure.
Right? They are going from, like, the ballet to a tap dance, right? Like, there's not much. And all of a sudden, there's a ball in the gap, runners around the bases. You know, there might be a cutoff, play at the plate. Like, that is very, very quick. So they have to be able to change speeds.
Sure.
And that is not easy. So it's like anything else. I mean, you need the reps.
Yep.
You need just to do it again and again and again and again. I mean, I'm sure that you sound way different now than when you first put on your headsets.
You're so right.
And that's true with play-by-play as well. And I will say for both Dave and Andy, they had a lot of time in the minors, kind of honing their craft. And they shared those stories of and doing the games by yourself as well.
Wow. Yeah.
Minor league baseball, you were doing the games by yourself.
Man. Oh,
Yes.
no question about it. Well, the doors are open. People are streaming in. Dave Mishkin will hear you tonight on 102.5 The Bone, as we will every game. Great to see you again, my friend.
Great to see you, Drew.
Let's go, Bolts.
Let's see you.
He is
Have a
Dave
great show.
Mishkin. We sure will. Let's. You have a great show as well. We'll return with more. The doors are open. It is Bolts Senators tonight from the bench, if you will, on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio.
Listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The open mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, an earlier wreck in Palm Harbor is still clearing northbound along Belcher Road and County Road 39. We have one in St. Pete along 5th Avenue North to the west of Tyrone Boulevard. And delays continue out toward the Skyway Bridge due to a disabled vehicle off on the shoulder near the approach. Our latest Hillsborough accidents along Crenshaw Lake Road just west of Nebraska. And there's still activity along 78th Street at Causeway Boulevard. This is Jim with traffic.
With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. No showings, no open houses, no stress. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com and start packing.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? If you've waited to schedule your garage door tune-up, now is the time. Overhead Door Company of Tampa Bay will perform their 26-task garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79. That's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. The price is only available for a limited time. You need this done, so why not now? And for just $79. Call 813-885-DOOR or schedule online at overheaddooroptampa.com.
If you're moving anytime soon, you should know that friends don't ask friends to help them move. That's what Good Greek Moving and Storage is there for. They're trained, loyal, dependable professionals will show up ready to work for you, and they won't stop working until the job is done. They are your full-service relocation experts, and you can trust them. Good Greek Moving and Storage. Get yourself a complimentary moving quote by going to goodgreek.com. That's goodgreek.com.
Hold on to your hats. Academy Sports and Outdoors is finally opening in Lakeland this October. Need a new grill that says, we smoke brisket and our football rivals? We got you. A fishing rod that screams, I reel in hogs and pack a mean cooler? We got that too. How about a new pair of shoes that says, I run trails and look fly doing it? You got it. At your new Academy in Lakeland, we'll have all the sports and outdoor gear you need at undefeatable prices every day. Because here, fun can't lose.
Renewal by Andersen has Fall Savings Month going on right now. 20% off replacement windows and patio doors through the entire month of October. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. They do phenomenal work. They will make your house even more beautiful than I'm sure it already is. Renewal by Andersen, superior products, exceptional service. bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Your brain holds all the pathways to memories, to dreams, the very essence of your human spirit. At Advent Health Brain and Spine Institute, our experts protect those pathways. With state-of-the-art technology and groundbreaking treatments, we care for the most complex neurological conditions. So you can keep moving, keep dreaming, keep being your whole self. Visit thebrainandspineexperts.com.
Everyone's invited to the Hard Rock Bet Party. It doesn't matter who you are. Your name is on the Hard Rock Bet season-long celebration. Sign up and bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. You can bet on football, playoff baseball, and soon the NBA. Last week, one bettor turned a $20 three-leg first touchdown score parlay into a massive $12,000 win. It's Hard Rock Bet. Download the app on your phone or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. To wager, terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Whether your dream vacation is about doing it all or nothing at all, you'll find what you love with Norwegian Cruise Line. Be charmed by historic European cities, wowed by the wild sights of Alaska, or calmed by serene beaches in the Caribbean. Wherever you go next, feel free to experience more with Norwegian. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line. Ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
Season's here, and Hooters is your HQ. Catch every game with $6 Big Daddy Buds, $6.50 Mick Ultras, and $5 Neutrals all day, every day. Plus, register to win a trip to see the Bucks take on Buffalo. Visit originalhooters.com to find a location near you.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/free. QUO.com/free.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-253-6259. 800-253-6259. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-253-6259.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Hallow Scream returns to Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay for select dates now through November 1st. This year's event takes over the entire park with 5 haunted houses, 5 scare zones, 9 theme bars, and 2 shows. Additionally, guests can face their fears. Busch Gardens, Hallow Scream, select nights now through November 1st.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Big weather changes on the way as we head into the weekend. Partly cloudy skies overnight tonight, mid-70s. The wind picks up on Friday ahead of a cold front. We'll see variably cloudy skies, a few showers around, maybe a thunderstorm, highs in the mid-80s. Much cooler and drier for the weekend.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
That's all. Let me see the tips are up. Yeah, 1994. 69 boys backed up by the quarantine.
Hell yeah.
One time, cotton candy, sweet and gold. Let me see the tips are up.
We are live at Benchmark International Arena, a.k.a. The Bench, a.k.a. the place where your Tampa Bay Lightning will embark upon the voyage of the 2025-2026 season. Maurice and I were just talking off the air about Jacob 2 times and his performance anemic performance yesterday, and that you said you heard Mike Calta, the morning of the Mike Calta morning show, talking about specifically Molly Hatchet, which I have to be honest with you, I definitely agree with Mr. Calta in that everyone who knows music knows that song.
Right. And the 80s, he referenced the 80s alternative, too. He was like, man, yeah, there were songs he should have definitely got.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah, me too. Jacob was off his game yesterday, and if Mike would be amenable to it, we've been talking about it for years, having a showstopper of a Jacob's Jukebox Jeopardy featuring Mike Calta versus Jacob.
Oh.
And putting, like, some serious stakes on it. Like, if Mike wins, then maybe he gets Jacob 2 times on his show forever. Or we have to give up Jacob. Like, there has to be some serious, like when they would race for pinkies back in the day.
Yeah, the slips, yeah.
There's got to be some serious stakes on this. I would love to do it.
And maybe that's why Jacob's becoming complacent. Maybe the caliber of challengers he's bored with. Now, you get somebody in there of a Calta caliber, then Jacob's forced to up his game.
He definitely is. And Jacob, being a longtime listener of Tampa Bay radio, to have him go up against the all-time king of Tampa Bay radio, Mike Calta, would be quite the heavyweight matchup, and if Jacob can't bring his A game for that, he doesn't need to be doing this game
Not
anymore.
at all.
So I think we should definitely work towards that. If Mike would do it, have him in studio. Maybe have. I wonder if we could pull it off by Jacob's birthday. What a birthday present!
Oh yes,
that would be to have Jacob versus Mike on Jacob's birthday in our studio. I know it takes a lot to get Jacob to the studio, but I think that would be something well worth the time.
Jacob wins, he gets Gio's job. And Gio is relegated to a caller on our show.
I don't know why we got to punish Gio.
That's the only radio he can do.
Like Gio's got to catch strays. The guy's working his ass off.
Whatever.
Crying out loud.
I'm not impressed.
Corey, put those headphones on. I heard you on with the Setting show earlier. You are absolutely crushing it at Elevate Fitness in St. Petersburg. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All it takes is the commitment to turn your life around, and you seem like you are doing absolutely that.
And it's funny, like it's not like one day I was like, I'm going to start the gym. Like it randomly happened, and I was like, I want to get active. I ran a 5K, like the Two Bears 5K. The week after that, there was one of those Spartan 5Ks.
Right.
And Mike Cernak and myself were like, what the hell? Yeah, whatever. That'll be our first 5K. So went out, ran it, and then from that point on, I was like, it felt good. Like all the stuff that I was doing, I was like, I can do all this stuff. I just don't have the strength to do it right now. And then something changed, and I started going a little bit, and then I was telling you guys, like I was like, oh, I'm good, and I put it off, and then something clicked, and I was like, I got to get in there every single day now.
Good for you, man. It is never too late to turn it around and start living your best life. I mean, the last 2 months, Sarah and I have just been absolutely crushing in the gym, eating great.
Nice.
And you have to give yourself those little breaks, though, because, like, if you don't, you're really going to regret all this wonderful food that there is in the world. I heard you stopped at McDonald's on your way down to the game, and I respect that.
I don't know that you got to eat.
That's giving yourself a little treat, Mo.
That's a lot of treat.
I mean, that was because I was in a hurry. But, for the most part, like, I'm still going to Taco Bell, like, once a week.
Right,
like, I'm still going to the drive-thru.
Yeah.
I am just trying to change it because, I was mentioning.
Moderation.
Yeah, but also, I don't know how to feed myself properly. Like, I'm either over-gorging or I'm not eating enough. So,
Right.
I'm seeing a nutritionist now. Like, I'm trying to, dude, I'm turning this whole thing around. I was a schlub 6 months ago. Now I'm working on it, man.
Can you feel the body tightening
Dude,
up,
I can.
toning up?
It's funny. Like I was telling Sinning, the first thing that I noticed, it wasn't my arms, it wasn't anything, it was my back muscle. Like I went to adjust something at like my tag or whatever, and I go, what is this? And I freaked out for a second. I go, what the hell is on my back?
Call 911.
It's my damn muscle.
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling, and keep it up, man. You're absolutely crushing it.
Thank you.
Will you be out with the Mike O radio show Saturday at noon at Brisket Shop?
Yes, not only that, but I talked to John Sinning, and he was going to do the cold plunge ahead of time. So I'm going to meet him early, and him and I are going to go for a swim, going to go for a cold plunge, and then we're going to do the
What is
broadcast.
this cold plunge? What is it?
They have it at
It's
Brisket Shop.
Oh.
Only VIP members, though.
Yeah, they wouldn't show it to me.
I don't think that's on the menu, is what we're saying.
It's definitely not. And when I got the tour from Walker, he definitely did not show me any of the cold plunge stuff. They said that's for setting show only.
Nice.
So you're really getting a special treat there, Corey.
Very nice, very nice.
The Halloween spectacular that is the Bone. What are we calling it?
The Bone Halloween Takeover.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in downtown St. Pete. Some great bars, all culminating in a Pitbull toddler performance.
Yes.
At Last Chance. Did I get that right without looking? I really should look at my notes sometimes. Mo and I will be at Emerald. John Senning will be at Where's Tubes?
No, John Senning will be at the Galley.
That's right, his home spot. And then JP, I believe, will be at Where's Jubes, another cool spot. This is going to be a fun night. We've not done a whole station Halloween pub crawl ever, I believe, since we've been the Bone.
I don't think so. So I've been trying to rack my brain. I've had this position for 5 years.
Okay.
In the 5 years I've been in this position, we haven't done a Halloween bar crawl.
I can't remember one ever.
We might have done a bar crawl before then, but it was just a couple different I know there was some because we have a photo gallery of them.
Yeah.
We've had them before. I just don't know if it was a full station. I feel like I remember you guys broadcasting back when it was BDRS.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember you. I remember listening
there was
as a fan.
But was that I know that was a bar crawl.
Right.
You're right.
It
We
was
absolutely
Halloween.
did. Yeah.
And I think it was alien themed, if I'm not mistaken, because I've seen some pictures of Sarah
So
before
that's
she
a
and I were
different one.
dating. Oh, okay.
So that one, if you guys remember years ago on the internet, the people were like, "Oh, we're going to storm Area 51." So then we
clapping cheeks.
Yes, we just took that. And we were like, let's invade St. Pete. Let's do a bar crawl, an alien themed bar crawl. And there were people dressed up as aliens. Bud Light had this alien themed little koozie going on. Like it was a cool little thing.
That is so cool. And yeah, I've seen the Facebook pictures of Sarah before she and I were together, and she was just listening to this radio station of her in alien garb at that thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
this is
dope.
the first time we're all going to be able to do it together, and I'm super psyched.
Are you dressing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn right. I've got to figure out what I'm going to wear. But yeah,
Same. Wait, you're not?
Come on.
I've never dressed up for Halloween ever.
Ever?
Well, remember the first 18 years of my life.
Oh, you were a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, and it just
But you guys don't like knocking on doors, though? Come on, man.
hilarious.
That's a good one.
Is it?
They are, but they got to have a watchtower.
Okay, that's right.
They can't. So the Jehovah's Witness tenet is you can't glorify anything ahead of God, which is why birthdays are not celebrated.
The holidays I understood because the word was that a lot of them had beginnings, origins in pagan rituals, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Christmas was that it was not the actual birth date of Christ. Birthdays, from what I remember, it was because Jesus' best friend was beheaded because of a birthday, John the Baptist.
What?
Yeah, he was
because he had a birthday?
No, somebody didn't like him, and somebody's birthday wish was the head of John the Baptist.
Oh, that's a disgusting birthday wish.
Yeah, but a great story.
Yeah, it is.
And Halloween, obviously, if you're going to be talking about pagan rituals,
I don't see anything. I don't see any correlation. What are you talking about?
Listen, I get it. I'm just not a dress-up guy.
Lame. All right, we're going to step aside. We got one more segment from you live from the Benchmark International Arena. He is Corey Cardinal. He's Maurice. My name is Drew Garabo. We'll take your phone calls at 800-771-1025. Isaiah is flat out crushing it back in St. Petersburg. And go Bolts. Go Bolts.
Listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need more money to cover your football bets? Here's $1,000. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. The Bone Bonus is back. Sponsored by #1 rated New South Windows. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas, an earlier wreck in Palm Harbor is still clearing northbound along Belcher Road and County Road 39. We have one in St. Pete along 5th Avenue North to the west of Tyrone Boulevard, and delays continue out toward the Skyway Bridge due to a disabled vehicle off on the shoulder near the approach. Our latest Hillsborough accidents along Crenshaw Lake Road just west of Nebraska, and there's still activity along 78th Street at Causeway Boulevard. This is Jim with traffic.
Save time and money with mobile service at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They come to you and perform on-site simple repairs or routine maintenance. Schedule mobile service with Jerry Ohm today. Online at jerryohm.com. Tampa is Ohm country. See dealer for complete details.
2001 Odyssey is Tampa's #1 nude club on Florida's West Coast with over 300 of the hottest exotic dancers. 2001 Odyssey has been voted the #1 nude club by Best of the Bay. Check out the world-famous 2001 spaceship and encounter the wildest dancing in Tampa Bay. The after party happens every night. Full liquor next door. 2001 Odyssey, 275 in Raymond James Stadium on Dale Mabry, better known as the Strip.
This holiday season is a time for love, for family, and for new beginnings. There's no better moment to take that next step in your journey together. This October, when you choose a gold and diamond source diamond, you'll receive 40% off the mounting, making it easier to create a ring as unique and beautiful as your love itself. Because when you ask the question, it's not just about the ring, it's about the promise of forever, and forever begins here. Gold and Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler. Discover the ultimate jewelry superstore with the largest selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and fine jewelry all under one roof. As your relationship grows, so can your diamond with the Lifetime Trade-Up program. This holiday season, make memories that sparkle even brighter with unbeatable low financing for up to 5 years. Shop online at goldendiamond.com or stop by 3800 Omelton Road. The Golden Diamond Source, where Tampa Bay gets engaged.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 live teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a live teller near you at cadencebank.com/live teller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Brandon can call home. Featuring a track and field, rock wall, a Hittrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport at Brandon Exchange. Grand opening celebration October 31st through November 2nd.
Ready for some dirty talk? Your carpet is packed with dirt, spills, and pet mess. Zero Res pulls it all out. No soap, no chemicals. Get half off for the Bone fam only. Just use promo code BONE when booking. Not available with other offers. ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain, very intense. Can make your eyes water. It makes you walk funny because you're trying to get pressure off your heel. I had instability. I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And I was driving past the Good Feet store. I mean, why not? Give it a try.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love.
They wanted to make sure they fitted me with the right thing. And so they brought out several different arch supports and gave me the opportunity to try them in shoes and walk around with them until they found the perfect ones for my feet. I had no idea that they would be that patient, and I had no idea they would be that kind. And you just knew, like, your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh yeah. And it really did make a big difference. It made my foot not hurt. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Stop by any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota today, or visit us at goodfeet.com.
The savings are big at Wesley Chapel Nissan, now under new management. Buy a brand new Nissan for under $20,000 or get 0% financing for 60 months on 3 popular new Nissan models. Plus, getting started is simple. Pre-qualify online at wesleychapelnissan.com and discover your buying power with no impact to your credit. Then shop hundreds of vehicles you've been pre-qualified for. All at Wesley Chapel Nissan, the big Nissan store on State Road 54. For complete details, call 813-540-4062.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best, and they really support that, and that means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're family, not a sales target. Visit us in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota for diamonds with integrity.
It brings me great joy seeing so many people experiencing Wild Fork Foods for the first time. One of the biggest things I'm hearing is the price difference between Wild Fork and the grocery store. It's well documented. Groceries are way too expensive. And at Wild Fork, you're going to find deals like you'll never find in those aisles. And right now it's Porktober, which means they've got amazing deals on pork. And you got to check out the Iberico pork. It's really the Wagyu of pork. Over 450 items. South Tampa, West Chase, and St. Pete. Always online at wildforkfoods.com.
Now is the time to check your homeowner's insurance and ensure that you're covered before the next storm hits. Italiano Insurance can help give you that peace of mind. Even if your mortgage company doesn't require flood insurance, your home could still be at risk for flood. And now's the time to make sure your family is fully protected. Call 813-877-7799 or visit ItalianoInsurance.com today. Italiano Insurance, serving our community for over 60 years.
One day you're serving in the military, and then the next day you come home and you're dealing with an injury. Addiction is hard. You have to reach out for help. The recovery side of it is amazing. You get to a place where you're proud of yourself again.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Contact Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
1025 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Morfits.
Yo, VIP. Pressure. Let's kick it.
I'll never be able to hear this song the same after watching Adam Sandler, Vanilla Ice, and Kevin James perform this song right in this very building a few months back. Good afternoon/evening. We are Drew Garabo Live. Corey Cardinal is sitting in with us. He is Maurice, and I will remind you that Fran Hosch has some excellent events going on these next few days. Longtime partner of Drew Garabo Live and In Your Face with Drew Garabo. Tonight, the Thursday Classic Car Night at Quaker Steak and Lube goes on until 8 p.m. Bert's Great American Bike Night at Harley-Davidson, Bert's Barracuda, goes on from now until 10. Tomorrow through Sunday, you've got the Cody River Bike Fest at Sims Park in Newport Richey and the Tampa Oktoberfest at Curtis Hickson Park. Maurice, is that where we will be able to see and hear the Mo Rock Show broadcasting live on Saturday?
That is exactly where you'll be able to hear
thought
it.
so.
Yeah.
Who's playing out there? Do you know?
A lot of people, man.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
All
people.
right. Yeah, who am I asking? And which of those bands are you looking forward to seeing the most, Maurice?
Oh, God, I think the last one is probably going to...
Oh, the headliner, sure, yeah. Who's that going to be for that event?
Oh, they're good.
And I should have...
They wouldn't be a headliner if they weren't.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
What are you asking me here?
I really should have pulled a list of the bands playing and done a quiz. Does Mo know the Tampa Oktoberfest? Let's see. Tampa Oktoberfest 2025, Curtis Hickson Park.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's not where I'm at. Rocktoberfest.
Oh, not Oktoberfest, but Rocktober.
No, you can pay me to go to Oktoberfest.
Well, okay. I'm trying to push people there for Fran Hosh.
No, but no.
You do you, Mo. It's fine. Just crap all over that partner.
Fran Hosh.
Tell you what, I'm not. You know where I'm not shooting guns indoors? All American gunslingers. I don't believe in freedom. I don't believe in rights. I don't believe in my country.
I don't believe in America.
I don't work out at Crunch Fitness. Prime time.
October. I might skip Rocktoberfest and do Oktoberfest.
So is this Rocktoberfest in downtown Sarasota? Is it in Tavares? Where is it, Maurice?
Oh, my God. Where the hell is it?
Celebration Rocktoberfest?
Real buttoned up over here.
I think it's Madeira Beach.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's see. Madeira Beach. Here we go. Rocktoberfest 2025. Madeira. There is no Rocktoberfest in Madeira Beach.
Where the hell is this?
Instead, the area's fall event is the Indian Rocks Beach Oktoberfest.
There you go. Madeira, Indian Rocks. It's all beach, man. Come on.
At Kolb Park, which
There you
offers
go.
German beer, food vendors, and live music.
Sure.
Admission is free. So go there and
whatever.
Tell Mo you're there to see his favorite bands, and he won't know what you're talking about. That's a nice lightning bucket hat, if that's a bucket hat indeed. I love the return of the bucket hat. Anyway, lawfran.com for all of Fran Hosh's information, or the Fran Hosh Law Group Facebook events page. It is so great for another season of Lightning hockey to be here. Everyone starts 0-0. You know we're going to hopefully... you remember the last time the Bulls didn't make the playoffs?
It's been a while.
I want to say 2014 or 15, we did not make the playoffs. I remember us getting swept in the first round by, I believe, the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that being very, very painful. Let's see. Last time...
I feel like you're right. Because, I mean, we've been on fire since 2020.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how are you? Hey, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not on. I'm just holding this headphone and talking. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, no.
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
Last time Lightning missed playoffs. Okay, here we go. Last time the Tampa Bay Lightning missed the playoffs was... Last time Lightning missed the playoffs. The Lightning narrowly missed the playoffs in the 2016-2017 season.
Okay.
So 8-9 years since we have not made the playoffs. That is a tremendous record of success that we take for granted. When you've got a team as stacked as we are, though, when you've got a Kucherov, when you've got a Vasilevsky in net, the standard is very high. And getting ousted in the first round, albeit by the eventual NHL Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, that hurt last year.
It did.
And I would like to not see that.
No way it happens this year. Not happening.
You're calling it right now. No way do we get bounced in the first round.
Right.
We play the Panthers 4 times this regular season, twice here, twice down in Sunrise, and that is going to be one hell of an intense matchup, especially with all the punches thrown and penalty minutes accumulated in the preseason of all things. When you think, these guys don't really care, these games don't count, turns out they do care, even if the games don't count.
I hate that I missed that game. I had tickets to that game, and I even told Mike, I was like, no, I'm good.
Man.
Honestly, it's because I wasn't paying attention to who we were playing. If I had have known we were playing them, I would have said, hell yes, I'm there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it sucks that you have to be mindful these days of, like, what jersey you're wearing. I know Sarah and I were going to cancel our flight and book a new flight so we could see the Seahawks-Buccaneers game on Sunday. I don't have FOMO because, like, it would have cost us a couple $100, if not $1,000. However, is that a Seattle Kraken jersey?
It is,
Speaking of Seattle and Montreal, what a couple of losers.
Why they gotta be losing?
You're watching the Ottawa Senators play the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you're wearing a Seattle Kraken and Montreal Expos shirt. What is wrong with you? What, like, oh, look at us. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm from Canada. Oh, we don't fit in here. We're reluctantly. Someone abducted us and made us. But, like, thinking about being in the hostile environment of the Seattle Seahawks Stadium and then the end of that game, I can't imagine how many piss-off Seattle fans there were streaming out of that place as Baker did it to him once again.
Yeah,
and
they're hostile up there?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's a chill city. People are super cool, but my buddy Dan, who lives up there, said, yeah, that's one of the worst stadiums to be in when it comes to how they treat opposing fans.
I don't think how chill you are or your city is. If you're a sports fan, chill goes out the door.
That
is very true. There's no way to be chill with the sports team.
Especially with the way the Bucks stole that game from them with Baker. You know, with them throwing the interception of Levante David and near the end of the game, and then Baker taking us down and us kicking the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, maybe you were right to sit that one out.
Oh, man, that would have been brutal. But fun, but brutal. All right, we are here. Isaiah's done a magnificent job for us. We've got the radio broadcast coming up next with Michigan and Esposito. We can jam in a couple of your phone calls if you'd like. If you're coming to the game, you want to check in. If you're not coming to the game, you want to check in. You want to help us fill this last segment. We're all about it. 800-771-1025.
Going back to the Bucs for a second and Baker Mayfield, because I meant to ask you this when we were talking about him yesterday. Can you remember a player that was written off as dead and that came back and had a resurgence, or that was written off as someone that was never going to live up to the potential and then later became what Baker Mayfield has become?
It's a great question. None come to mind immediately that like kind of floundered with one team, went to the Panthers, didn't do great there, went to the Rams, won them a game, and immediately got released. I can't think of anybody.
As far as Heisman Trophy winners go, you either come out of the gate strong, but if you don't, you never really get it, right? Like Winston never got it.
The only one I was going to say that I might fit in that would be Fitzmagic.
Yeah,
like he was he was getting traded. Everybody was crapping all over him. He came here. Didn't he do great?
He did for 4 games.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe not great.
I mean, come on, man.
He did.
Maybe it was the beard that fooled me. Okay.
I can play good for 4 games.
Fitzmagic owned this town for a good 4 games. I'm just hoping Baker can keep this up and the Bucs can keep on winning, because he is right now the darling of the national media and the front runner for MVP in the NFL, which is crazy. We've got Kevin on the line with us. Kevin, what's happening? Welcome to Drew Garabo Live, featuring Corey Cardinal.
Hey, how you doing, Drew?
Really good, Kev. How's your day, man?
It's been great, because I was in Seattle at the same time you were.
No way! Why didn't we link up? We could have had a beverage together.
If I had your personal phone number, I'd have called you up. Say, hey,
hold on, I'll give it to you.
I'll just give it to you on the air. 407-934. Oh, whoa! What'd you do while you're up there, man?
I got 2 brothers that live there, and I've been multiple times. I used to live in Seattle, but I went for the Bucs game, period, with my woman.
So so you could speak to the Seattle fans and their level of hostility. How were the environs for you there as a Buccaneers fan?
100% receptive, man. They're cool as all get out.
Good.
I mean, they yes. Do they? I'll have to say this. When it comes to being involved in the game, they are 100% better than Buccaneer fans.
Oh, wow.
Which is a shame.
Really, engaged?
I mean, I'm 26 years season ticket holder.
Wow.
And we suck as fans. Yeah. And
you're right.
And we do suck as fans.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, so when you go, they stand for every big play, and they make it as loud as they possibly can. Love that.
And I had respect for that.
Yeah.
I do. I had respect for it.
Of course. What was the end of the game like when the Buccaneers snatched victory from the jaws of defeat? Were there a lot of pissed off people around you?
No. There were just a lot of happy feet to get the hell out of that stadium.
That's good stuff. What's the best thing that you ate while you were up there in Seattle?
The smoked salmon.
Unbelievable. They handed out like bourbon chicken in the mall. If you go to the Pike Street fish market, they've got little samples of smoked salmon. And my God, like the freshest, most unbelievable treat that you could possibly imagine, right, Kev?
Well, 100%. I mean, there's
good.
Nothing better.
No, you're absolutely.
And even if you've tried the cold smoked salmon,
yep,
which is almost like raw salmon, but yet it's delicious.
Yeah, phenomenal food, great people, awesome weather. Loved it up there. Would go back in a minute.
Oh, 100%. If you have never done the track around Olympic National Forest, Port Angeles,
all right,
it's beautiful. I mean, that's where, there's a lot of logging that goes on around there, but it's still beautiful. It's just a beautiful city, and it's a beautiful town. And, everybody talks about how liberal they are, and they are liberal.
Oh,
which is
there's
fine.
a lot of libs. There's a lot of pink hair, a lot of pronouns. But it's
There's
cool
no
to see.
doubt.
It's cool to see different parts of our country, like Florida. We are not liberal. We used to be a swing state, and we are now, not a swing state at all. And so to go to the exact geographic opposite of Florida and to see how the people are there, no matter where you lean politically, it's just real interesting stuff. What they get right up there that we get absolutely wrong in Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg is public transportation and bike lanes all through downtown.
Real
dedicated lanes for bikes and scooters, so you can hop on a scooter, you can rent them everywhere, and just travel real safely around the downtown area, putting miles in that bad boy. Try that in Tampa, try that in St. Pete, and try that in a small town.
Don't we have dedicated bike lanes?
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah, I drive in those.
Exactly. That's where I swerve over when there's a freaking wreck.
Beat it, nerd.
So that's exactly what I was telling my woman. I was like, we don't have this in Tampa.
No,
we need it.
We definitely do, man. Hey, listen, great talking to you, Kevin. Thanks a lot for calling in, man.
Hey, man, have a good day.
You do the very
Bucks.
same thing. Go Bucks. Go Bolts.
Go Bolts.
Go everybody. 800-771-1025. The Buccaneers will be taking on the dinged-up San Francisco 49ers this Sunday. The Mike Calta tailgate before that at Himes in Ohio. Food from Wild Fork prepared for you by the Brisket Shop. We have plenty of tickets to give away. If you don't win them tomorrow on Drew Garabo Live, you can stop by the Brisket Shop as the Mike O radio show with Corey Cardinal will broadcast live at noon. And then at some point in time, at some place, Mo will be doing his rock show. But he's not sure where. It could be Madeira Beach, could be Indian Rocks, somewhere where there's a Rocktoberfest.
Somebody hit me up.
You'll find
Please tell me where to go.
Yeah, holla at your boy.
Listen, thanks a lot for listening to the show. We appreciate it so much. Isaiah's done another magnificent job. What I love so much about the Bolts games when you come is literally everyone is wearing Bolts gear.
I know it. Yeah.
Like you stand out like a sore thumb if you are not wearing a Bolts shirt, Bolts jersey, Bolts hat, etc. It really adds a lot to the experience, and I love to see it. This city loves its hockey team, as well it should. And tonight, a new season begins with this game against the Ottawa Senators. I don't like predictions, Mo.
What do you don't like predictions?
But if I were a betting man on the Hard Rock app, if I were, I would look at tonight's game, and I would say I have a point from Jake Gensel.
Okay.
Over a half point. I have over a half point from Anthony Cirelli. Mm-hmm. And I have Nikita Kucherov taking more than 2.5 shots. No winner, no loser, no nothing. My $5 bet with a 30% profit boost will get me $26.12.
That's not bad, but you don't is it that this game doesn't have a vibe, a tangible vibe as to who's going to get out there and dominate?
Well, I have not watched one moment of preseason hockey, so I don't know what this team's going to look like.
Okay, I got you.
On paper, Ottawa gives us a very tough matchup each time. We have the edge over them at home. They have the edge over us at their barn. I think because of the preseason and especially the intensity with us versus the Panthers, this is going to be a fired up and focused hockey team tonight. So, Bolts 3, Ottawa 1.
How key is, I'm going to blank on his name, the gentleman that was suspended for 2 games. How key is that loss of him?
Connor Geeky? We'll be all right. We can, we next man up. We'll make it just fine without his presence. It'll be nice to have him out there, but I think we win tonight without him.
Right. I was going to say the same thing. 3-1. I feel like it's going to be. I feel like we're going to have 2 right off the bat.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
That would be good.
I love when we score right away. I was looking at the box score for some reason of the game, the Stanley Cup clinching game that we played a couple of years ago, and to watch us score 5 goals in the first period. That just, man, that wasn't the clinching game at all. That was one of the other games. We scored only 2 goals in that game. Young Mr. Cardinal.
Yeah, it's my son.
Yeah, love it. All right, thanks a lot for listening. Appreciate you tons. Thanks to Isaiah. Thank you to all our guests. Thank you to Sending Show. How you guys doing? Thank you, Maurice. Thank you, Corey. What's up, man?
Thank you.
Go Bolts. Thank you very much for listening. We are live from the Benchmark International Arena. We hope you're coming out here for the game. Boy, that's a sharp-looking sweater you got.
Come on, man.
That's really
all right.
nice, man.
Yeah.
Is that new? Is that like one of the brand new models?
No, I've had that for years.
Dude, that was awesome. All right. We'll see you out here. We'll be back in studio tomorrow for a big Friday edition of the show.
Oh, it's big and beautiful.
Indeed. Bolts hockey's coming up next. We've got Greg Linnelli on the pregame call, and then Dave Mishkin and Phil Esposito. Thank you on behalf of Corey Cardinal and Maurice. My name is Drew Garabo, and I wish you a fond Thursday evening. Go Bolts. Oh.
And my man Steve Rowland, we're kicking the flow. And it goes a little something like this.
Let me know when. Now? Cool. Universal Roof and Contracting wants to make sure that roof of yours is going to survive another storm season. If you have concerns about maybe some flashing issues, some shingle issues, some leaking issues, go to universalroof.com. You can set up a complimentary roof inspection where a trained professional will come out to your place, take a look around. If there's any work that needs to be done, they will do a re-roofing for 20% off if you listen to this radio program. So universalroof.com. They have been in business for decades. I used them back in 2004. They do professional work. They're awesome. They're veteran-owned, family-owned, and they have a reputation of sterling integrity. UniversalRoof.com for Universal Roof and Contracting. Bye.
And my man Steve Rowland, we're kicking the flow. And it goes a little something like this. Tag team, back again. Check it, direct it, let's begin. Party on, party people, let me hear some noise. DC's in the house, jump, jump, rejoices. There's a party over here, a party over there. Wave your hands in the air, shake the dairy, yeah. These 3 words mean you're getting busy. Whoop, there it is, Hitman. Whoop, there it is. 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 Upside down and inside out. I'm about to show all you folks what it's all about. Now it's time for it to get on the mic and make this party hot. I'm taking it back to the old school, cause I'm an old fool who's so cool. If you wanna get down, I'ma show you the way. There it is, let me.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Hard Rock Rising Battle of the Bands is back. 102.5 The Bone and Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is inviting all Tampa Bay area bands to compete in the Hard Rock Rising Tampa Battle of the Bands. The winner's music will be showcased on the radio, and they will open an upcoming show. Now for the important part, and we can't stress this enough. If you have a good band, we want to hear from you. Now, you can apply if you suck, but we want to hear from the best bands in Tampa. Submissions are now being accepted. Submit your band's info now by visiting TampaHardRock.com. Deadline to submit your entry is Sunday, October 12th. More details at theboneonline.com. Don't miss your chance to compete and be crowned the Hard Rock Rising Tampa Battle of the Bands champion. 102.5 The Bone supports live music in Tampa Bay, and we want you to show us what you got. From the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Due to an earlier disabled vehicle in Tampa near Howard, Armenia, volume along northbound I-275 remains stop and go out to the Howard Franklin. There's an accident along the Temple Terrace or Bullard Parkway eastbound between 56th Street and Davis Road. Across the bay, a wreck is clearing westbound on Gulf to Bay at Keene, and you may still encounter accident activity along 5th Avenue north to the west of Tyrone Boulevard. You're still going to encounter delays out toward the Skyway Bridge from Pinellas. That's due to an earlier disabled vehicle near the North Fishing Pier. This is Jim with traffic.
Ready to step into a healthy and active lifestyle? Come to the Good Feet store and experience the difference. Discover how a simple step can lead to a life of pain-free possibilities.
Crossing the finish line? Nothing like it. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, one thrill beats them all.
It's the thrill of the win. Lining up all the facts so the truth is clear. Yeah, we're built for that.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. A question I get all the time is, how did we become the largest injury firm in the world? We have over 1,000 lawyers in all 50 states and close to 6,000 coworkers. Our call center is on duty 24/7. You can reach us at any time at forthepeople.com. But the real reason is we won a lot. When you visit our website, go to our verdicts and settlements. There you will see what our clients were offered and what they were awarded at trial. All those verdicts help us resolve many cases fairly and early. You see, nothing beats reputation. The insurance industry knows who we are. We even have insurance adjusters call us for representation because they know too. We've made it easy. On your mobile device or computer, go to forthepeople.com and we will get busy. It's that easy. Call today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Looking to buy new windows? Well, before you decide, make sure to get a free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing windows for over 50 years. And Reese Impact windows come with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. Most windows are installed in under 8 weeks and installation is included. Get a free quote today. Visit reesewindows.com.
Football season is here, and Hooters is your game day HQ. Catch all the action with ice-cold $6 Big Daddy Buzz, $6.50 Mick Ultras, and $5 Neutrals all day, every day. Or grab a wings to go at originalhooters.com to find a location near you.
Everyone's invited to the Hard Rock Bet Party. It doesn't matter who you are. Your name is on the Hard Rock Bet season-long celebration. Sign up and bet $5 on any game. If it wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets. You can bet on football, playoff baseball, and soon the NBA. Last week, one better turned a $20 three-leg first touchdown score parlay into a massive $12,000 win. It's Hard Rock Bet. Download the app on your phone or simply go to hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. To wager terms and conditions conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Behold the Colonel's giant KFC chicken sandwich, a towering, extra crispy monument to flavor. Such a huge amount of juicy, hand-breaded KFC chicken at a pretty tiny $3.99 price for the Colonel's KFC chicken sandwich. I mean, $3.99 isn't even worthy of the same epic soundtrack as the KFC chicken sandwich for only $3.99. The Colonel lived so we could chicken.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/free. QUO.com/free.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Got a burned out light switch or broken outlet or breakers that keep flipping? Just call for a Bolt electrician online at boltelectric.com.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is back in Tampa for 2 spectacular shows on Sunday, December 14th at Benchmark International Arena. TSO is fighting inflation this year, offering their lowest ticket price in years at $55, including fees, for a limited time only. Get yours now at Ticketmaster.com.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
The Bone is coming to see you. Join us for a pre-game tailgate at the Hooters in Clearwater for a Friday liquid lunch. Join Mike Calta and kick off the weekend with The Bone. The first 102 people there will get a free 50 Seasons custom hat. And Mike Calta is buying your first Bud Light draft. So get there early. We'll also have tickets to Sunday's tailgate party. Your chance to win a Yeti cooler. And Dizzy and Monica broadcasting live with the JP Show. What more do you need? Ditch work and join us for The Bones Liquid Lunch, Friday, October 10th at the Hooters in Clearwater at 11:30 a.m. For more info, go to theboneonline.com. The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
3, 2, 1.
It begins.
All systems go.
Right now on The Bone, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Expectations are once again very high this season.
The Lightning's core believe they have the talent and experience to win another Stanley Cup. And while the team has been knocked out of the playoffs in the first round the last couple of seasons, it doesn't change what the goal is this year. Perhaps the biggest difference from those teams compared to this one.
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
For the Tampa Bay Lightning, the expectations are once again very high this season. The Lightning's core believe they have the talent and experience to win another Stanley Cup. And while the team has been knocked out of the playoffs in the first round the last couple of seasons, it doesn't change what the goal is this year. Perhaps the biggest difference from those teams compared to this one are the young players who are ready to make a difference. The preseason showed the Lightning have more depth than most people thought, and that's why, in part, the team feels like they'll be one of the best all year. The question becomes, does it happen? We'll find out starting tonight. It's the Lightning and Ottawa Senators, and it's happening right here on Lightning Radio.
Kucherov dances to the slot. Score! What a goal from Nikita Kucherov! Brilliance from Kucherov! Shoots! Score! McDonough! Short-handed goal! Here's a steal. Blake across the blue line, left circle. Cutting in front, shoot, save made. Rebound, Yoshka! Save made by Vasilevsky, 2 in a row.
Wow. The Lightning are ready to take the ice. Now, with the Lightning Audio Network pregame report, here's Greg Linnelli.
And good evening, everyone. Glad you're with us as we get you set for Lightning and Senators. The home opener for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Always a great time here at Benchmark International Arena. And boy, oh boy, you can just sense the energy in this building right now. Lightning have high expectations, not only because of the veterans they have coming back, but a good young group of players coming up that they feel like can contribute and really help this team get to that next step in the playoffs. Of course, you've got to roll through the regular season in order to make that happen. It begins tonight against their Atlantic Division foe in the Ottawa Senators. And look, I just mentioned about some of those younger players, and it was often referenced in the preseason how special this group was, and the word used to describe them, gamers. These are players who love to come to the rink and got along with one another very well. You don't see that all the time. Maybe that translated into a 6-1 record in the preseason, but John Cooper feels like, man, he hasn't had a special group like this in a while.
Said it during the camp, and it's been some time since we had a group like this that we're all pulling in the right direction together. And not saying the other ones hadn't. I mean, that's unfair to say, but this one kind of steps out maybe a little bit more than the others. So that's why it was, for me, it was a positive experience this training camp. Especially getting to know a lot of these, new guys.
Yeah, and the key is going to be doing that now when the games count. Of course, that's what everybody's going to be keeping an eye on, but it is a positive development what occurred over the last month, and the Lightning are hoping to carry some of that momentum into tonight's game. But Victor Hedman, he's going to be a guy they rely on heavily on the back end, no doubt about that, and he was asked about that winning recipe.
Obviously, look at it that way. I mean, being a top 5 in goals for, goals against, PPPK, that's a recipe for success. So we just got to continue that, beyond the regular season. But like I said, it's a long road ahead, and, we got a lot of exciting stuff on the way there. So, we just got to take it step by step, but keep improving as a group and as a team is going to be key. And obviously these first few games is always a little bit tough, but once we get things rolling, I'm sure we're going to be, a team that is going to compete, night in and night out.
Makes a lot of sense. The home opener is almost an outlier compared to the other games throughout the season. Everybody's emotional, excited. It's that first one on the schedule. And once things start to sink in a little bit more, you get into routine, then you can start evaluating how these teams are going to look moving forward. For every home goal scored this season by a Lightning player, Mosaic will donate $1,000 to the Goals for Food program. For every home hat trick, they'll donate another $1,500. Plus, if any game goes to overtime, that's another $5,000 to Greater Tampa Bay Food Banks. Thank you, Mosaic, for helping in the fight against hunger. The crowd, as I said before, is ready to go. Oliver Bjorkstrand's excited to see them.
It's got to be loud, right? Yeah, you got to think so. I hope so. You hear it. I heard it last season too, but I'm assuming after a long summer and just sitting around waiting for that first game, I'm assuming it's going to be pretty loud.
He probably assumes correctly. And look, the Lightning didn't have him in the playoffs last year. He's excited to be with this team for a full year. He's a guy we know can score, and he's looking forward to putting up good numbers for the Lightning throughout this 82-game season. Maybe the most intriguing guy, and maybe the biggest surprise so far of preseason, the Lightning bringing in Curtis Douglas, 25 years old. Is going to make his NHL debut tonight. He was acquired via the waiver wire from Utah on October 6th. He's got 261 career AHL games on his resume. He's also 6'9". And yeah, you can imagine he's a guy that isn't afraid to drop the gloves. John Cooper talked about him.
New team, first ever NHL game. It's always an exciting time for any player. And, it's one of these games that, players always remember, who they played against in their first NHL game. But a lot of times they don't remember what happened in the game just because it's a bit of a blur. But it's a, tough assignment for him because, he's been in the city for like 3 days.
But he's going to ride that emotion, and he's going to be on a fourth line. And it'll be very interesting to see how he's able to adjust and play with his new teammates. But you've got to think super excited to be here. Understands his role. Keep it simple. And if he does that, man, he could have a very good evening here for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Another guy who's hoping to have a big night and year is Connor Geekie. Our own broadcast assistant, Jared Johnston, has more.
Thanks, Greg. Here for the Lightning Audio Network with Lightning forward Connor Geekie, head of your second opening night. What's changed in a year, and what's your optimism looking like here?
Yeah, I think, it's not my first game, so that makes it easier. But, again, I think just a lot of excitement still and a lot of, adrenaline. But, again, I think, you work in the summer to get to this point, so just kind of trusting that and, hopefully it pays off.
And in your role last year, you played everywhere up and down the lineup. Another deep team this year. So how do you feel your game continues to kind of be flexible to where you are?
Yeah, I think, you try and kind of play in any position, but, anytime you can, play in a NHL roster or a lineup, you kind of just, you look at it and you play the way that you have to, right? I think so. Again, I'm fortunate that I can, maybe do that. But, again, I'm just trying to trust my game and obviously, play the way that I want to play and how I need to play.
And Ottawa continued to turn it up down the stretch late last season, had a handful of good games against Tampa Bay. What do you expect from them resetting here and building into their season?
Yeah, I think everyone's going to come out, quick. Right? Everyone's going to come out fast. So I think it's just one of those things that everyone's ready to get things going. And, again, I'm really excited to kind of see, how this game works.
I guess last question. Fans can think back to last season and was a postponed home opener because of 2 hurricanes, right? Maybe a new experience for you as well. Can you talk about that? And then obviously just the excitement to have these fans back in the building.
Yeah, I think, everyone loves our fans. I think, we love our fans. They're, the best in the league for a reason. And, fortunate enough that, it's a little safer around here right now, but knock on wood, I guess. But, again, it's one of those things that, we went through a lot last year, I think, some more than others. And I think it's just kind of, everyone being able to come to the rink and kind of watch us. It means a lot to us for sure.
Thanks for the time and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, Jared, thank you, bud. And thanks to Connor Geekie for making some time earlier today. When we return, we'll bring in our roundtable discussion. Bobby the Chief Taylor, Eric Erlinson, Ben Pierce, getting you set for Lightning and Sens. Coming up in about 20 minutes, it'll be Dave Michigan and Ryan Malone on the game called tonight as well. Espo a little under the weather. We hope he's okay. Ryan will be in for him. That should be a lot of fun. Back after this on Lightning Radio.
At PNC Bank, the official retail bank of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money.
Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's going to hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Hi, Andrew Duncan of the Duncan Duo team at LPT Realty. Are you looking to get a bidding war for your high-end luxury home? Go with the Duncan Duo team, the official real estate agents of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of our two most recent multi-million-dollar listings got several competing offers in a bidding war. That's how you get top dollar for your luxury home. Go with a billion-dollar producer, expert marketing, and expert negotiations with Tampa's best real estate team, the Duncan Duo at LPT Realty. Visit us at duncanduo.com. That's duncanduo.com.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby. I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time.
Hi.
That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
I started using when I was 13. It was like, oh, well, they're medications. They can't be that dangerous. I didn't even realize that I needed help until like the day that I got arrested. I have been able to accomplish a lot in my recovery. I just want to be happy and I want to thrive in my life.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Contact Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
This is Lightning Radio.
Pretty special text yesterday. It was from my agent a couple years ago. I right after COVID, when I didn't sign with Dallas, I committed to the University of New Brunswick, and I thought I was going to pursue the school route and kind of take a step back from hockey, and not a step back, but to focus more on the schooling and not go pro right away. And then now I'm sitting in the Tampa Bay Lightning locker room. I kind of think it's 3 years later, so it's really special.
Curtis Douglas, what a special moment for that young man, and he'll be in the lineup tonight. Lightning getting set to take on the Sens home opener. Greg Linnelli with you, and the Lightning score 4 more goals or force a shutout. You're in a free double stack at any participating Tampa area Wendy's with any purchase upon request. Offer valid for 24 hours after tonight's game. Let's bring in the boys here. Bobby the Chief Taylor, Ben Pierce, Eric Erlinson. Our roundtable discussion. Chief, home openers are always exciting. I can only imagine what's going through that young man's mind, though. It's been a whirlwind the last 3-4 days, and here he is.
Exactly. You know what? I don't care how many years you've played in the league or how few. Opening night's always exciting.
It is.
It really is. You never sleep the night before. You know, you could be a 10-year, 12, 15-year veteran. You don't sleep the night before.
No.
You're getting that up, fired up for it. And for him especially, I mean, he's an interesting project. But I'll tell you what, if anybody can turn a guy around or find what his strengths are, is Cooper. He's done it a lot of great players here. You know, you got Hagel. He's done that to him. We've got, I can go down the list, but John has an absolute knack of finding how to play a player and get the best out of him and put him in a position to become the best. That's what I think his greatest asset is as a coach.
And you know what I thought of watching some of the warm-ups? Somebody had a Yanni Gourde sign. Remember, Yanni Gourde was about ready to leave hockey and go to school. right? He was going to go to engineering school. He decided to stick with it, and he found a home here. The Lightning brought him up. I'm not trying to say, Curtis Douglas is going to be Yanni Gourde, but it's the same sort of story and route here that we're kind of talking about. So, but boy, what a personable young man. He was great in sharing his story with us and how excited he was, and his adventures from driving from Salt Lake City to Tucson and then having to stop in Vegas to catch a flight to get here. He still has no idea what's going on with his car, that he just kind of had to leave in Vegas to get to the airport. So
that's incredible.
And he's fine with it. He doesn't even care about the car.
And he's got golf clubs in there, too, so that tells you.
So, when you interviewed him, did you make him sit down?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, wait till I do a first walkout with him. I'll be like hanging, and the microphone will be way over my head to try. He is a big boy, man,
right?
But look, you love the excitement level, right? It's infectious. It really is.
Yeah.
Talking to him, and I know the players and how welcoming that they can be when new guys come in, and that they're excited for him to have this debut tonight. And I think the fans are pretty excited about seeing Curtis Douglas and what he's capable of doing.
Hard to miss him.
Yeah.
6'9".
Well, listen, if there's maybe one criticism, I think, from the fans of this team that love this team so much, it's we need to get tougher. We need to get bigger. We got to get more physical. It's part of the reason that Emil Lilleberg has so many fans out there, because he's that rough and tough guy on the back end. Curtis Douglas doesn't have to go out there and fight all the time. But I'm telling you right now, I don't care who you are, you don't want to go into a corner against a guy that's 6'9", 242. Like I was saying this morning, is this the first time you think in Victor Hedman's career he's ever had to look up to another guy in the locker room? It has to be, right?
Brian Boyle was right there with him.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like, had he
But they're probably not up,
6'7". This guy's got 2 inches on Hetty.
Yeah.
It's
7 feet on skates.
Victor 6'7", he must have grown 2 inches. I thought you shrink when you get older. Just ask Phil and I.
But we said today, walking in the locker room after the skate, obviously there's a big bunch of us waiting to talk to him. This guy had to duck under the ceiling beam to get to his locker. And we all kind of started laughing like this. What NHL player did you ever think was going to have to duck to get to their locker? It's remarkable.
He's
and
7 feet on skates.
That's incredible. Like Eric said, like the personality, they're just the nicest guy. And I talked to Connor Geeky this morning, who spent some time with him. He had 3 camps with him in Utah/Arizona. And Connor said, like, just the nicest guy. And my favorite part was... It's Connor Geeky, and if you know anything about Connor Geeky, he's not very good with his phone. He doesn't check his phone as much as he maybe should. But he said that he got a text from him the other day, and it said, "See you soon." And Connor's like, I love this guy, but what's he talking about? So Geeks had to go check out and realize what was going on.
Here?
And he said he's super excited to have him here. But Geeky said, like, everybody's obviously focused on the physicality, but he said, I do think he's got a really good shot. He can bring the physicality and the size. And I know him and Geeky have enjoyed being around each other again. So,
that's awesome.
But it is the size. It's a big piece. And you can say what you want about can he play. The size is only one part of it. But this is something I think this team was looking for. And the fact you get it in a guy, again, who is a little older.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in the NHL, no. But 261, I believe, career AHL games. That's pro hockey.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's something to build on.
He's a deterrent.
Yes.
Doesn't have to. It's his presence is going to be a deterrent. Because if you go after Cooch or you go after Hagel.
If you look at them differently.
Yeah, if you go after them, guess who's going to be tapping on your shirt? Would you like to dance?
Right. Well, because you don't want to have the Hagels and Sorelli being the ones, even though they can. If you have somebody out there, to Chief's point, policing, okay, it's a little different.
You know, Brian Engbaum says it a lot, right? Intimidation is still a big part of this game. And, you know, the fighting has kind of been curbed, certainly through the years, but it's still a big part of the game. And the intimidation factor is there, too. I mean, that's why Pat Maroon was so effective, right? Of course, Pat Maroon would drop the gloves with anybody. He did it to Zdeno Chara twice, which, you know, you look at the difference of those two guys.
But Chara had a lot of bruises on his stomach when he was hit by Patty couldn't get up that high to go after his head.
But the fact that he was willing to do it, and he, you know, and he was a good trash talker, right? He would go to benches and, you know, hey, I'm next is this guy. Like that stuff is still part of the game. And, you know, so that's kind of the thinking here, you know, with what the Lightning are looking for with trying to protect their star players, because those guys are your meal ticket. right? Those are the guys that drive the bus on this team. They provide the offense. They lead you to victories more often than not because of how skilled and how great that they are. You know, obviously Andre Vasilevsky's at the top of that list, but after that, it's the Kucherovs, it's the Points, it's the Pirellis, the Hagels, it's the guys that lead the way offensively. They're going to lead you to victories.
Chief will lead us to victory.
Always.
And I love that about him. Brought us cookies.
Yes, I know.
How about that? I looked at them. I put on 20 pounds, so.
Wait till you eat them.
Yeah. Next time we talk, mine will be gone. I promise you that.
That's okay. We'll talk to you boys during the first intermission report. There they go. The Lightning have 9 different ticket packs available now to see the Bolts this season. They include everything from PDQ chicken tenders to football jerseys, Sherpa hats, and all things in between. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticket packs to get yours today. 10 minutes out before we get you set for Lightning and Sens. It's the home opener. Back after this on Lightning Radio.
As part of our 90th anniversary celebration, we have enhanced our cash-out refinance home loan. With our new limit, you can now receive up to 90% of your loan to value, providing you with more flexibility and financial freedom. If you have a $400,000 home, receive up to $360,000 with your cash-out refinance. Jumbo loans over $850,000 are available. Get cash for hurricane season, school expenses, or upcoming holidays. Ask about our new rates or learn more at gtefinancial.org/home refi.
Does your business need food service or housekeeping supplies? The MVPs at Imperial Dade distribute over 60,000 items, including cleaning chemicals and janitorial supplies, food service packaging, paper products, floor maintenance equipment, and more. The experts at Imperial Dade can recommend environmentally preferable options and help with labor reduction strategies. Imperial Dade has been serving businesses in Florida for over 80 years and has locations throughout the Sunshine State. Imperial Dade is a proud supporter of the University of South Florida and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Visit imperialdade.com to learn more.
Renewal by Andersen has Fall Savings Month going on right now. 20% off replacement windows and patio doors through the entire month of October. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. They do phenomenal work. They will make your house even more beautiful than I'm sure it already is. Renewal by Andersen, superior products, exceptional service. bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
If your plug's burned out or your switch won't flip.
If your power cuts out or when your breaker starts to trip.
For all things electrical, call us today.
And a Bolt electrician will be on the way. A Bolt electrician is on the way. Yep.
From panel upgrades to garage EV chargers.
And fixing broken switches or outlets to installing powerful whole home generators.
Call for a Bolt electrician.
Online at boltelectric.com.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
This season of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Advent Health.
Gets a left circle, zips it to Kucherov right circle. Center's point, shoots, score!
It's time to be the Thunder.
Bennett point! Wow. Bennett point!
Wow. Tonight's broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Spectrum. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hedman holds, shoots, score! Victor Hedman!
We're just moments moments away from puck drop as we get ready for Lightning to Strike.
Lightning hoping to strike tonight here at Benchmark International Arena. Greg Linnelli with you. Glad you're with us here for the home opener. Lightning getting set to take on the Ottawa Senators. Let's bring in the guys calling the game tonight, get their thoughts on what may happen. Of course, the radio voice of the Lightning, Dave Mishkin, and former hockey player, former great Ryan Malone with us in for the Hall of Famer Phil Esposito. He's a little bit under the weather. We hope Phil is doing okay. Boys, it's great to be with you. Ryan, it's great to see you. And home opener, we were just talking to Bobby the Chief Taylor. He said no matter how many years you play in the league, that home opener is always special, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think those guys got a little bitter taste in their mouth from last year. You know, you train all summer to go after this nice shiny silver trophy. And I know with the Battle of Florida alive and well, the last few exhibition games, these guys are definitely ready for the points to count.
And for sure, Mish, we were talking about how much the preseason was exciting for the Lightning. A lot of depth they felt like they uncovered.
Yeah.
And now they are going to be put to the test with an Atlantic Division opponent and ready to get the season going.
Look, Ottawa made the playoffs last year, and the Senators are looking at it this way. We took a big step forward last year. We want to keep moving forward. And for them, they are focused on getting off to a good start, but so are the Lightning. And they had a very, very good preseason. Beyond the record, Coop even said it. It's like this is one of the more memorable preseasons, not just because of the last two games, but he was very happy with how the team battled. The younger players pushed the older players. But I guess I'm wondering, Bugsy, like, how much of a jump is there from the preseason to the regular season? Like, the guys that got in a game, like, how much are they going to have to amp it up now that it counts in the standings?
Yeah, there is a little bit, just because, again, you know, some of the teams you're playing are looking at some of the younger guys, less experienced, so there is that chemistry on the ice, you know, as a five-man unit, the systems that you take advantage of a wily veteran, you know, a little smarter than some of those new guys coming in. So I think for the most part, you know, you want all your big boys out there, and there is that little gear that is the National Hockey League, and you know, that's why it's the best league in the world. You got the best players in the world competing at the highest levels, and as you know, playoffs is a whole other gear on top of that. So I think for all these young guys, you know, it's about having that strength and understanding you got to compete, not just, you know, one weekend or just at practice. Even the pace is a little different and higher. Really start taking care of yourself, understand the long NHL seasons ahead. And, you know, here in Tampa, they have one of the best, you know, equipment staff, trainers in the business, and all those guys play a big part in helping these guys recover and be part of the success.
You know, it's interesting, and you know this as well. The young guys can bring a little bit more energy to the lineup. You know, the Lightning feel like the last couple of years got bounced out of the playoffs early on, but you've been on some teams where those young guys come up, and that can really get you going as a veteran, almost bring like some fresh blood into the locker room, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, when you've been in the league for a little while, you kind of forget those, you know, first game feelings and just how lucky and a privilege it is to be part of this league. And when you get that first NHL game, when you see them come out, it's, you know, what it's all about.
And we will see the NHL debut of Curtis Douglas tonight in the lineup for the Lightning. Let's listen in as Paul Porter will handle the player introductions and coaches.
First, the coaching staff. Assistant equipment managers Brandon Guidotti and Pat Dolan. Head equipment manager Colton Wilson. Assistant strength and conditioning coach Lucas Morris. Annual therapist Christian Rivas. Assistant athletic trainer Mike Poirier. Head athletic trainer Tom Mulligan. Director of High Performance and Strength Coach Mark Lambert. Video coaches Brian Garlock and Nigel Kerwin. Goaltending coach Ron Shaw. Assistant coaches, Jeff Halpern, Dan Heino, and Rob Zettler. And the head coach, John